Oh man, you can hear every single key click. Can't even hide. I'm trying to figure out how I would hide the key clicks. I assume I can just like probably mute higher pitched sounds. It could probably take a couple minutes and try to sort that out, because I assume if I get a this is key clicks. I don't think I'll be able to fully mute it. But if I have this active, it's still coming through. But if I make it just a little bit like this, no, it's still coming through. What if I do this? Da, 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 da. This might work. Oh, right. Let's see what we can do here. This might work. Oh, I can actually kind of mute some of my key clicks, which is very interesting. Let's see. I'm gonna type a message into the chat. Let's see if we can hear it. Oh, snap. Okay, I managed to get rid of the key clicks, which is interesting. However, it's going to affect the overall audio, and I don't know how good it's going to sound by comparison. So people who are in chat who are sensitive to audio, what I would like you to do right now is I would like you to listen intently. Open your ears to the possibilities. I'm going to tell you a story, and I want you to tell me which, if there is a noticeable difference in audio, okay? So I'm going to tell you a story 2 times. It's going to be the same story. This morning, I was preparing my breakfast, and I got shocked because my breakfast wasn't able to be made on time because I forgot to put my toast in the toaster. I just put it in the toaster, but I forgot to actually push it down to get it started. Or round 2. I don't remember what I said. That's a problem. Oh no. I guess I could just keep talking about my breakfast in the toaster. I forgot to put my toast in the toaster. Does it sound any different? I don't know. Well, I don't know. What about second? Yeah, I don't know. Listen, we're gonna. I don't think it sounds much worse. If it sounds the same, that's good. But now in theory you shouldn't hear my key clicks. Like I can just kind of like. I think if I'm talking, you can probably hear the key clicks coming through. But if I'm not talking, I don't think it does. Yeah, if I'm talking, you can hear it coming through. But if I'm not talking, you don't hear it, which is good. Problematically, I'm basically always talking, so if I'm talking, you're going to hear the key clicks. But listen, life is pain, you guys. Life is pain. All right, so that at least solves one of those problems. Because I'm not in this... I just didn't have time to fix my keyboard, so I didn't fix it. I hate how you have to turn on Undead Form every single day. You always have to go here and turn on Embrace Death. I think they're fixing that in the next patch, so it'll just, like, actually remember. That is an annoying feature. Am I holding my dagger? Yeah, it's in my hand. This is the thing that gets me. Okay, so I was playing Guild Wars 2, and in Guild Wars, you don't hold your shields. Like, if your character has a shield, it literally floats like 1.5 feet away from your body. Like, it's so far away. In Elder Scrolls Online, your shield also floats like 1.5 feet away from your body. And I remember thinking about this and being like, yeah, I guess that's just how video games do shields. But, like, no, DDO shields are, like, on your arm. Like, your arm goes into the shield. And same in Lord of the Rings. Like look at it. It's my shield is literally attached to my arm. It's not like floating away. It's there. There's no gap. You can't see through it. So anyway, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. The ArenaNet and ZeniMax and Blizzard, they're all lazy. And they didn't do their due diligence of attaching shield to arm like DDO did with the character models. Good to have a nice gap. Yeah, but it's not good for like carrying stuff because just think this, you have a torque problem. How are we doing? You have a torque problem. If the shield is further from your arm when you're trying to hold on to it, that means you have to deal with the extra torque. It's not good. Torque is bad. Torque bad. Torque developer good. Torque physics problem bad. So yeah, engineering calls that a moment. Yeah, I'm not an engineer. I'm a fake engineer, which is to say I'm bad at everything. Ooh, beautiful nightmares. Let's go. Free quest. But yeah, what's up, everybody? Sorry about some of the. This week has been a very complicated week. Basically, to give you a quick summary as to why my stream has been all over the place this week, it has been two things in conjunction. One thing is that I have I've been having a myriad of health complications over the past couple of years, and I haven't been able to see the right people for it. And right when I decided, hey, I'm going to start, get back into live streaming because I have the time, I'm going to do stuff, I then almost immediately got the opportunity to have an audience with a physician, and said audience then led me into having a ton of extra follow-up appointments because of the current problems that I'm experiencing. So that's why I've been busy every morning and been like late and not on time and doing other stuff. It's exclusively because of, well, that reason. I've just been, it's been a flurry of things going on, but not bad things, by the way, not bad things, just a flurry of things.
When you touch the water in this fountain,
you have a schedule? Yeah, it's in the Discord. I want to be better on schedule. My goal is just to start streaming at 11 or at 1 in the afternoon every single day. That's what I want. I just want to stream at 1 every day. That's the goal. That's the dream. So that's when I would actually like to be doing the streaming. But just I haven't been able to get that done each day because of the current requirements. But next week's going to be a lot simpler. So I should be able to keep on that schedule and stay there. What's up, Aaron? However, I don't begrudge anybody for being like, hey, no schedule guy. True, based. Fact. Anyways. But yeah, other than that, I hope everybody's doing good. I'm excited to hear some more. We're not going to hear any more news about Dwergar. I don't think Dwergar is going to be coming for, like, I think it's going to be like next week or the week after, if I had to guess, based on just the release schedule of how quickly we've been getting updates about it. It's not very common that SSG gives us a lot of updates back to back about on Lomania if it's something isn't coming out soon. Like, who knows? Maybe I could be wrong. We get Lomania 3, but I'm going to tell you guys a little story. Have you guys ever heard of the video game Lord of the Rings of the Online? In that video game, they get like 5 Lomanias. So their test server is called Bull Roarer, and they literally get like 5. Where it's like 1, 2, 3, like it just goes back to back to back for before something comes out, which is actually crazy. No, it's older. DDO is an older game. DDO came out first. DDO predates Lord of the Rings Online by 18 months. No, 15 months? They also get second breakfast? That's true, yeah. Yeah, because you can cook. There's cooking in Lord of the Rings, so you can actually make food. You can make breakfast food. It's kind of funny. But yes, if you can believe it, they get like 5 Lomanias. And I always forget about that because I'll see something come out on the preview server Bull Roar, and I'll be like, oh, I guess whatever is happening is like is going to be coming out in like a month or whatever. Like they're going to be looking at something. And then next week it's like, oh, there's Bull Roar 2, and then there's Bull Roar 3, and then there's Bull Roar 4. And I'm like, huh? No, it's in here. Oh, it's just a chest. There's no squirrel. There's supposed to be a squirrel in here. Where's the squirrel? Did you put your relics in the guild stash? No. I can. I was recombining my relics, and all of them are bad. I don't have any good ones. I don't have a single relic that is like resist and max whatever. And the 2 relics that I have that I thought were like, oh, you get to see rooms ahead. That is not what those relics do. I figured out why those are so cheap. It's because they're not you can see like 2 rooms ahead. You can see 2 rooms ahead. As in 2 rooms are revealed, which is not good. You just see a room.
The eye's voice fades.
It's totally useless. So yeah, I don't have any cool relics I can share and be like, hey, here's the thing, and give somebody the relic set. That's the reason why I didn't care about having the honor resistance or the max honor, because again I was playing Blood Mage, so I just was cheaty peaty and I just killed everything off screen. So because I can off screen everything, I didn't have to worry about it. But yeah, that's how I did my thing. And again, that's the reason why I died to
And
damage
yet you
because
still
I had
wish
max
to shake them
resolve when I hit
away?
Zarok. It was just that
You've seen
he
how
one-tapped
happy
me,
they are
so I had to do it
now.
a second time.
It would be such a shame to rip
So
them
there's something
away
onto
from
their of a throw
happiness.
barb on Lame yesterday. I'm right thinking that
Pull
pump
them
strength and
back
then dex
into
just nice
this
for the extra double shot
world.
from simple weapon mastery. So
All
you need to
to
actually pump dex
win
and strength in equal
chaos.
quantities. You kind of want to have
If
both of
that
them,
is truly what
which is
would
actually one of the
bring you
reasons why
peace,
Barbarian is quite
I
good,
will
and Shifter is
oblige
also
you.
quite good because
But if
you can get all of
believe
these strength while raging
trifling
effects work with
illusions
the
are my
Shifter
true
rage, which gives you
strength,
dexterity, so you can actually
prepare to
pump
be
both at the same time.
disappointed.
The one
You are pushed
downside
back
is
into your
I
dream by a
don't know
force
this.
too powerful to
If you
resist.
activate Shifter
When you
Rage
rise,
and you're a
you
pure
hear the
barbarian who
Eye
has
of
the greater
Dal'Vor's
rage effect, so you
chilling
get like
voice.
increased strength,
One
does that give
last
you extra
challenge
strength or does it
left.
not?
One final dream.
Oh, Shifter can't use throwing axes like Dwergar. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. Yep, nope. Well, okay, so have you ever thought about being a Shifter Dwergar?
Deadly fire
Like be a
elements
Dwergar and a Shifter, like at the same, like, you know, because Shifters are like lycanthropes, right? So be like a Dwergar kind of lycanthrope sort of guy.
fire elements. You finally managed to slay the last illusion the Eye of
Universal
Dal'Vor
Tree
has
when?
crafted
Listen,
for you.
it's
Then
SSG
something
is just trying to
snaps
keep the
in your
furries
mind,
down, man.
and you're jolted awake.
All we want to do is be our
The Eye of
hairy,
Dal'Vor
burly men
sighs.
with
Well,
fangs, and they just won't let
I have
us.
no more
It's
tricks.
bullshit.
Despite the challenges I have thrown at you,
You can shift to Rage and Warlock Blast, lose the first CS burst.
I suppose
of course, no
my
spell
reign over
casting.
this monastery
Ooh, you
has
can
come to
you
an
can
end.
Rage and Warlock Blast at the
Find
same
your
time. I don't know how to use that
power
information.
again. For the moment, at least. You
Well, the
have
answer is I wouldn't
managed
use that
to
information,
break
but it's
the
interesting
spell
nonetheless.
And cure these monks of their peaceful sleep. Yet I still
I think it might be
live,
Giant Hold time.
and I
Might be time to
still
hold on to some
dare
giants.
to dream. Now that
Although
the
actually, you know
Eye
what time
of
it is?
Dal'Vor's magic has been
Certainly, it's
disrupted,
level up time, but
the
also
monks will slowly begin
gonna do
to
something
rise
devilish.
from their long, reluctant slumber.
over here. Yeah, I could see us getting a Werewolf Universal Tree at some point in the future. But given that we have Shifter, it's a little bit harder to... Oh, thanks all. Right click, leave. I still didn't check. Threats old and new? Normal. Legendary hard, looking for healer or DPS. Oh shit, I need threats old and new. I have a DPS. Hold on, we're gonna do threats. Before I do anything else, I gotta join that threats group. I must have more. So I'm gonna join as DPS as a warlock. I don't care if people bully me. My damage is way higher now because I now have the weapon that was in my inventory. Group fills before you can swap. No. I believe. You think like the reason I didn't message in the first place and be like, yo, please save me a spot. I'm Stream Tom. I'm important. Is because the universe would reward my swapping behavior. See? Boom. We made it. It's perfect because you can just ignore weapons until epics and be very functional by just playing barbarian. Yeah, but what if you didn't ignore weapons and you used throw barb? Hello. Do I need a timer? I don't even need a timer. Hell yeah. Oh, that guy left. Yeah, at some point I will play throw barb, so it'll be a good time. I'm looking forward to playing throw barb Dwergar. Honestly, there's a lot of interesting Dwergars I want to do. I think Mind Cleaver might be my first choice. Also, this is going to sound a little wild. I think Mind Cleaver, if we ever get hardcore again, is going to be a goated hardcore choice because the summoned weapon being able to work with strength means you can work with basically anything. And the cost to become a Dragon Lord is really low because you only have one level. So you can just flip your entire character into straight up Dragon Lord, which is kind of convenient. I guess it's kind of the same thing, but yeah, it's just like you just get a lesser Heart of Wood. You can use the one you start with on hardcore, turn yourself into a level 1 Dragon Lord, and then just run Dragon Lord instead of regular fighter, and either go dual wielding, single weapon fighting, hit the Dwarven War Axe, get the threat range, get the multi. We have someone kite. Oh, I can kite. Oh, kite Merilith? I don't generate aggro. I can kite Dragon Mirror. Reincarnations during Fae? Yeah, you can do lesser reincarnations during Fae. You just have to make sure you're level 1. As long as you're level 1, you're fine. Also, turn on Undead. Don't tell people you can do something you can't do. It was like, hey, can someone kite the Merilith? And I'm like, yeah, I can. Says the guy who forgot to turn on Embrace Death and then killed themselves because they weren't healing with the Death Aura. Good times. But yeah, you can do lesser reincarnations in the Fae event. I don't think we're gonna get hardcore anytime soon. We might get hardcore again, but I don't see so. But we'll see. I don't think that's gonna be happening anytime soon. As much as I would like to see another actual hardcore server, I think we're gonna get another Fae event, which not ideal. I don't have physical sheltering. Oh yeah, it's on the bracers. Oh, I gotta not get touched by that Merilith. That thing's gonna kill me. Anyway, it's all in these items. Is my remaining stats. Most of my defensive stats. Whoops. We'll get transfers before we get a real hardcore. Well, I was hoping we would get transfers before summer, but not quite. Like, it's bright outside, as you can probably see by the fact that it's shining light on my face, and it is hot too. Also, what's up, Yamura? How are you doing? What's up, patient? What's going on, everybody? Hello, hello. How's it going? You're all doing very, very well. Woo! Another hardcore like event in Q4. Yeah. All they have to do is solve the fundamental issues of hardcore, the hardcore like event. You need a buy-in from the people that aren't doing the event. The people that aren't doing the event need to get something for helping people during the event. That's it. That's all we need. You just need a buy-in. That's one of the biggest problems of the event, is that if you weren't participating, you had no reason to help those people that were doing it. So if you were joining a group and 5 people weren't doing the event and you were the only one doing it, you'd have to solo it, but with the extra scaling. So if there was just, like, imagine if when it dies, if you're within a radius, you get a token and you could trade the token in for cheap, for like low quality e-store stuff. So when I talk about low quality e-store stuff, I'm talking about like 5% XP potions, things like that. Something that will get like everybody is going to be like, you know what? Okay, I'll stop and help you. And they'll help you out and do the lanterns. You need a buy-in for those people. That's important. Number 2, it needs to be fun to interact with. The lantern showing up on you, trying to kill you, is engaging. The moats showing up sometimes, and then especially like the first couple of weeks where the moats didn't spawn basically at all, was like kind of frustrating. But then even once they started showing up, it was inconsistent. Sometimes they would show up in like 30 seconds into the quest. Sometimes they would show up like literally minutes into the quest. Really weird stuff. There should just be some consistency into how it actually works. And especially the RNG element. The green moats were just never worth it to do. Like, it was just walk past them. There's no reason to even interact with them at all, because of how few points you got. So that was like really silly. And then finally, if the whole server is supposed to be building up towards a reward, make the reward kind of good. I couldn't believe that the reward for rescuing Hearsome was the entire server got like a 10% sonic absorption buff. I couldn't believe it. 10% sonic absorption. And for the record, when I say like a buy-in, I mean a buy-in for the people that aren't doing the event. It might sound dumb to be like, oh, well, you know, why would you want people to buy in for not participating in the event? If they're not doing it, they shouldn't have to want to do it or shouldn't feel forced to do it. And that's fair. But because you can group with people doing the event and people not doing the event, if it's hard to, like, the way the event was designed, if your character wasn't strong, you couldn't just do a purple moat by yourself. Like, you just couldn't. You just couldn't do a purple moat by yourself. You would get owned. And so, especially if you had like a 6-person group and you had like a weak character, you just open a purple moat, whatever's there kills you, nobody's coming back to help you, and it just sucks. But if there was an incentive so that people who don't have the loots or the lanterns or whatever, they're not doing the event, they just can't be bothered, but whenever it dies, they get like an assister token, and then there's like the help master, and you trade in your assister tokens, and there's like a drop down of all the things you can get. And again, it's just really cheap eStore stuff. I'm not talking about give people 50% pots, but like 5% XP pots. Maybe they can be traded in for sentience toolkits. You know, you help 10 people, you get 1 sentience toolkit, like stuff like that. That way people are just like, yeah, you know what, I'll help out. The downside of this, of course, is that somebody is going to find the way to do the fastest clear ever, where it's like you can do like one every couple seconds, and you're going to be spawning it over and over and getting people assist tokens, or you can trade them, or there's going to be some type of bug where people get infinite amount of rewards and all sorts of nonsense, because that's always how it happens. Yeah, or remnants. Sure. They can make a remnants. Like, it gives out mysterious remnants. If you have the lantern, it gives you, or whatever the item is, it gives you progress on the lantern. If you don't have it, you get remnants.
The Baelnorn says he'll seal the cave so none of the red wizards can escape while you're putting an end to the ritual. Speak with him again when you're ready. The Baelnorn has sealed the
That's it.
only entry
Good buff.
to the
It saved
area.
me a giant hold.
Now to
If it saved you a giant hold, it's good enough for me.
stop the twin threats
That's
of
not
the
true, I still
red
don't like it.
wizards and the Dracolich.
What's up, Kevin Head? How you doing? Oh shit, it's a Thayan Bone Guard. Actually having Rit is so nice. Hit him, get rid of his deflection. Where are the Bone Guards? Are there people not bringing them in here? What's happening? Oh. Maybe there's a way to get people to do what they don't want to do. Well, it's not getting people to do what they don't want to do, because people aren't going to want to do it. But if you give people at least a little bit of incentive, it helps some individuals see the light and go, you know what? All right, I will participate in this. Not like actually go and pick up the event, but be slightly more incentivized to help out others and do individual activities. Again, for the most part, people did stop and help out those who needed assistance, which was good. So I'm not trying to be out here and be like, yeah, the DD community is so horrible, they like refuse to help people. Nothing like that, but it's especially nice to see, or like, I think that most people can agree that if there was a way to give even the slightest bit of an incentive to make one more person help out, I think it would be a good thing. By Fame Boomguard. The damage is not horrible. It's not amazing though in this. I don't have any force spell powers, so we'll figure that out. Glove enhancement and an infome. Ooh, nice. What's up, Cussy Words? How you doing? How's it going? Also, I hope you guys had fun watching me and my guild wipe on the third boss of the raid in Lord of the Rings Online last night. It's fun. Good boss. But, man, there's like so many things that just need to go well. And I don't exactly know what happened. Our damage was low. And I needed to examine. I think somebody said they're going to be tanking the Marilith, so I don't have to do anything, which would be ideal, because I don't like doing stuff.
A Marilith blocks the path to the ritual room.
Necronomicon with banking? Yeah. Pausing spell timers, but event dynamic pop? I think... I don't know if they would have a way to do that. Also, there's probably a way to bug it. I don't know. I think that would be... I think some people might appreciate that, but I'm just imagining the mechanics behind the scenes and how that would work. Boost the quest instance might be a good incentive, but just something as simple as like, you know, yeah, or maybe sure, if you kill the, that's actually not bad. If you're within range when the thing dies, you get like a 5% XP boost on the quest completion. So it gives you a buff. It gives you like 5% more XP that goes away on quest completion. So you just get a little XP bump. So you can skip it every time, but if you don't skip it and you help the people that are running on it, even if you're not doing the event, you get an XP bonus. I guess that's just another there. Well, we have to go through here. I shouldn't do this, but whatever. I'm a warlock. I got damage.
Large enough for someone to slip through to the other side.
Yeah.
Eyes on the battle! We'll honor the fallen later!
Portal keepers hold open the gateways for the commander's army. You'll need to defeat them to have any hope of eliminating the Marilith once and for all.
Unfortunately for me, my damage is not that great, but we're gonna try our best. Okay, that's what the ranger's for. The ranger will kill this thing. I mean, the ranger is killing this thing, which is good. Oh, I got knocked down. What? Hey, 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 get out of here. Oh, I can intimidate. Here, I'll intimidate. There you go. There. Don't knock me down. Don't you dare. Good. Good boy. I forgot I can just intimidate this stuff. Okay. Question, does Stunning Blow work only with hand wraps? Stunning Blow you can use with whatever you want. It's Stunning Fist that only works with hand wraps. Don't you dare try to knock me down. I'm busy. Get him. Beautiful.
Meaning that the commander will now stay gone once you've defeated him.
Yeah, Stunning Blow you can use whatever you want. It's Stunning Fist you can't. Now, fun fact, Stunning Fist is weird because Stunning Fist, the monk ability, in theory actually can be used while using a weapon. In pen and paper, it requires you to make an unarmed strike. It doesn't necessarily need your fist. And you can make an unarmed strike even if your hands are full in pen and paper because you can like knee somebody. You can just go like boom and hit somebody with a knee, and then that would technically stun them, so you can do that. In DDO, they decided not to do that. To be fair, unarmed strike or Stunning Fist has a higher DC than regular Stunning Blow because it incorporates your character level or your monk level, which means the number is going to be a lot higher. It's also wisdom based, which means you don't have to deal with like stacking multiple different stats because you just want to stack monk on a wisdom. But yeah, unfortunately, it do be how it works. So take care, TBR. So you have hardcore item to full event loot and remove only hardcore. Yeah. I don't disagree with that either. Alright. And we need a guy in melee, so I guess that's me. I'm a guy in melee. Oh, we got one melee. Let's go. I could probably time stop this guy. I'd rather time stop the dragon. I saw some of the greatsword use Stunning Blow. Stunning Blow is not a bad feat. It's just like there's a lot better. The problem with Stunning Blow has always been it's just hard to scale the DC because it's just 10 plus strength plus stunning. So the number is just really, really low on it. Fortunately, nowadays in modern times, it's a little easier. But yeah, it's been hard for a long time to get that done. Somebody is grabbing it. Barb is grabbing it. Good job, Barb.
It could still threaten this area's future. The phylactery pulse.
Oh yes, and also there's a lot of stuff that's just immune to stun. A lot of the more popular stunning abilities just work on whatever. Like a great example is Vanguard. They get Stunning Shield. Stunning Shield is a stun. It works on whatever. You just stun stuff. Who cares? Oh yeah, I forgot I drained levels from these guys. That's really funny. Yes, lose levels. Like, my damage is not horrible. I'm doing, like, I don't know, 25k DPS, something like that. It's not insane, but it's not horrible. And it's not including the fact that I'm also debuffing at the same time. So I can freeze these guys so I do more damage.
The phylactery is bathed in dragon flame and crushed into countless pieces.
Oh god. I don't have my healing. Self-healing. No. Hey, how about a heal? I'm gonna hit him with the turn ahead of time. I'm gonna get Carlaith debuffed. So we got all the debuffs on Carlaith stacked up. And then we're gonna self-interestedly hit this first and go boom. And watch the damage fly. I have every buff on my character. I mean, that's not bad magic damage, okay? That is not bad magic damage. I mean, obviously that was during time stop, so like, not insane magic damage either, but hey, that's not bad magic damage. a stun, but it's not a stun. Like when you sunder, but it's not a sunder. Yeah. Like my issue with making it so that it's like, oh, well, this stun works on enemies. My problem with it is simply the fact that it makes it inconsistent, so it's harder for people to understand. Like, if you tell somebody, oh, constructs are immune to stun, so that's why you can't stun them, somebody might think, oh, stunning shield doesn't work on constructs, and so they don't use it, and then it does work. And you know, you're tricking people. They don't actually know the answers. They don't know how the game works. Shadows upon you. Look at me with my unique warlock debuffs, increasing or reducing magic physical and magical resistance rating by an extra 15. I don't run dust. I only run ash. Do I run ooze? I don't think I have ooze either. What am I running? I mean, I have a lot of debuffs, but it's a lot of debuffs bed right there. Yeah, we only have ash though. Give me ash. Yeah, I didn't make this character as like a full debuffer. I just have the unique ones. The shadows upon you. There we go. Do it ever runs ooze? Or like shadows, legendary shadows you can also get. So it's not, it's like ooze but not. Okay, I don't have the disease. Get away from people that have the disease. Okay, we're good. No, it's being spread. Hide in corner. I forget, if you recall out, it doesn't let you carry the disease, right? You can't just manage to like ping pong the disease back and forth and kill people in Korthos. So I run ooze? Yeah. Can't smuggle it out? Okay, good. Yeah, I went for woeful energy. I could have gone for ooze, but I decided not to. Because I have ash, and then I have warlock debuffs, and I just assume somebody else is going to be running ooze for me. That's smart, honestly. You're right. Few people run ooze. Need bracers with pact. Same. I also need those bracers.
Anything that would help with
Hey, I got
slaves, eh?
zilch. Let's go, dude. Everyone's getting murdered. Gotta go. Yeah, I need, do I have my Carlath runes on me? Carlath runes. Hydra, Relentless, Carlath, yeah. Oh my god, dude, there's people just like running around to spread it intentionally. That's so funny. Anyway, I need the Thayan Pack Mage's Bangle, because this bad boy gives Impulse and Kinetic Lore, 2 stats I don't have, which will be a huge increase in damage, and then also Power Impact. And then I can craft on them, so it's +3 pack dice. And I also need the Footfalls of the Dracolich, because it gives me freedom of movement, which I want, elusive target, which I want, sealed on death, which I want, a million sockets, which I want. I'm gonna use all of them, and sheltering 39, which I don't have, which is why my defensive stats are garbage, because I don't have it. Can you snapshot ooze onto death auras? Yeah, you can, but then I have to hit people with my death aura. And I'm Warlord. I look at my health bar, dude. I don't want to be in melee. I want to do this. Gem of Many Facets? Wait, why is Gem of Many Facets going to be perma best in slot? Are they updating Gem of Many Facets in a way I don't know? Or is it just, no, the DC changes when they be best slot of DC casters? Oh, yeah. Heartseeds. Masterworks Curse is +14 DC? What? Is that a bug? Wait, why would it be 14 DC? It'll be eye level 38. Oh. Oh, DC scaling. That is interesting. I didn't think about this. Oh, what am I playing? I was originally going to be logging in my rogue and continuing to level the Vanguard rogue con build, but I decided that I saw this raid open of people that were running Threats Old and New, and I need Threats Old and New because I'm still missing 2 items from it. So I've just kind of been just chain spamming Threats Old and New over and over and over until I get the items that I need. We're almost there. How many runes do I have? Let's see. Carlath? Carlath. Oh, no, I didn't spell that right. Carliath. Carliath. There we go. And by say almost there, I mean I'm at 1467 runes. And I still need 2 items. And then this character's gear will be done, just in time for the new expansion to come out. To be fair, I could have done this faster if I was like using all my characters and raiding every day. But like, what are you gonna do? Look at your inventory tabs this time. Yes, I did look at my inventory tabs this time. I don't have either of the items. Yeah, I'm still missing those 2 things. And that will pretty much finish up the character for how I want it. And then I'll have all of the gear that I need. My character will be in the best place possible. It'll be perfect. Just in time for Duergar to come out. And I need to get Racial Completionist again. So I'm going to do 3 Duergar lives. And then after we do 3 Duergar lives, I'm probably going to want to use that Maul and play that I just got. Probably want to use Shattering Death. And then play a Sylvanas Duergar build and do like Sylvanas Duergar Dragonlord nonsense. Because I'm an idiot. And I'm stupid. And I'm dumb. I'm stupid. Anyway. String may be blessed with rare drops. Thank you. I hope I get blessed with rare drops. Anyway. Morgrave. Feywild. Final Vintage. Alright, now we can do regular stuff. Not 83 Destiny points? No, that involves farming epic past lives. I do past lives as a result of having fun with the game. So, like, I don't farm out all of the past lives because I need to have all of the past lives. I just find playing the game fun. So as a result of playing the game, I get past lives, and then I get to use those as toys to then do whatever. So, like, the fact that I get epic past lives on this character, I think this character actually has more epic past lives than my old main character. I've got 40. It's just because this is newer. I used to not do epic past lives back in the day because I didn't enjoy playing epics as much because the lack of progression. Before the Saltmarsh rework to all of the epic destinies, where epic destinies, like, you built them up, instead you would just get all the epic destiny stuff right away. So you would level up and then it would be like, okay, here are my epic destinies, and then you're done. You would make no changes as you went. And that was kind of boring, but now it's like progression based and I get excited about progression. So that's the thing. I like that feeling of my character incrementally getting stronger as I increase in level. It's wild, I know, but I enjoy it. It's actually one of the things I really dislike about Lord of the Rings Online is that you don't really get stronger as you level up. Because they stopped adding new abilities and like new upgrades and power increases a long time ago, which I don't personally love. I miss when they used to do that, but they haven't given us like any more, like they can't really give out more trait points because you can already basically take the entire tree. But like, no new abilities, no nothing. Or like, do you have any character that's fully maxed out on past lives? Like everything done 3 times, so it should be pretty strong perk-wise. Close. I have a character that has Racial Completionist. And this character is getting closer to Racial Completionist. I'm at 23 racials out of, I think there's 45, 46. Oh, I'm halfway there. But yeah, we're getting there. How many racials are there? 45? EDO past lives. 48 racials, soon to be 51. Yeah, okay. So then we're at 23. So it's not bad. I'm going to run out of epic past lives, which is the bigger problem. That's the bigger problem, is that I'm going to run out of epics. Where is it? Yeah, epic past lives. I believe there's 51? No, that can't be 51. 52? 12, 15, so it's 15. 15 plus 15 is 30, plus 12 plus 12 is 54. Yeah, 54? So we got 54 epic past lives, and I'm at 40, so I'm going to run out, which means I won't be able to epic reincarnate anymore, which I really hope they eventually solve that problem. The problem is there's no reason to get triple a Racial Completionist because it doesn't stack up like that. And also, like, you don't need more Bard Pass lives. Every Bard Pass life just gives you, like, +1 to your saving throws against enchantment effects, and who cares? So I'm never going to farm out 3 of those. And the archetypes also add in way more pass lives. So that's another thing. Iconic Completionist, if someday. Maybe we will get Iconic Completionist. Maybe. see this. My skill level up is going to be horrible. If I put together a written version for this build guide, it's going to be just a nightmare to try to figure out what the hell I was actually doing. So if you're like, oh, I'm going to follow through this. My answer to that. Let's see. Defensive roll is kind of good since I have Dex. It's not really good, but it's kind of good. It doesn't even tell you what this does. It just says at low health, occasionally rogues can narrowly escape rushes with death. That's awesome. I didn't know this didn't tell you what it did. It's so funny. Well, anyway, we'll take it. Fortunately, you can read it because it's in Thief Acrobat, so you get improved defensive roll. So now triggers at 30% or 50% health. The way the defensive roll does is when you're below 20% health, so I have 500 hit points. So when I'm under 100, when an enemy hits me, I can make a reflex save to reduce the damage, or I make a check to reduce the damage by half, and that check is equal to it's like a dex check out of 100. So I have 40 dex, so then it rolls a d100, and I need to get 40 or lower to take half damage. Yeah, percent chance equal to dex, yeah. And so in Reaper mode, I get 44 dexterity. So if I'm under 20% health and I get hit, I have a 44% chance to reduce the damage by half. I can't believe it doesn't tell you that in game. That's so funny. It's just everything, and you do completionist TR and lose all your completions in exchange for completionist past life. I agree. We should have completionist. No longer be giving my money to Big Pizza. Bro, it's 2:46 p.m. in the afternoon. You can't eat pizza yet. That's pure madness. Is this pizza for breakfast now? We just have pure anarchy? Is there no decorum? Pizza at daytime, pizza at nighttime, pizza in the evening, pizza in the afternoon? Also, I'm glad to hear your pizza was good. Yeah, I'm going to be doing pizza tomorrow. One of my favorite things to do is invite friends over and do build your own pizza night, where I supply all the materials. So I make up the pizza dough. I get the fresh mozzarella. Make up some tomato sauce. I get everything that's all the basic stuff, some spices, what have you. But then everybody that comes over, I encourage them all to bring their own, like everybody brings one shareable ingredient. And then people come over and it's build your own pizza. You go in the kitchen, you make up your own pizza. Everything's already ready. So you just throw it together. Big fan. Just finished watching your whole last 12-hour Lemania Arcane Trickster 1 to 20. Why did it end so suddenly? I don't know. I don't remember. The Lemania Arcane Trickster 1 to 20 was like in March, and my memory sucks. It might have ended because I was tired, because 12 hours is a long time. It might have ended because I honestly couldn't tell you. I have no idea. Architect Completionist would be interesting if they decided to do that. Call it like Alt Completionist or something. Bagel Bites. Bagel Bites. Millions of pizzas. Pizzas for free. Millions of pizzas. Pizzas for me. Oh? Hold on. Hold the phone. My spot has informed me that there's actually a trap here. Oh, so I love the fact that you can disable traps without losing stealth. Assassinate. And then this guy, oh no, couldn't get him with the instant kill. No.
Noguk approaches and snarls in disgust at your
Assassinate.
presence.
Assassinate. He's cowering. Hold. Fight. He's dead. All skill, dude. All skill. Yes, I could have just stabbed him. Oh, like mid-sentence? Oh, it's the VOD length. Yes, sorry, that's what it was. The reason why it cuts off on YouTube is because of the VOD length. So you can only stream on YouTube for up to 12 hours. After 12 hours, it just cuts it off. Sorry. That once you said that, it clued in. So it's the reason why if the stream goes longer than 12 hours, I have to like just turn it off on YouTube because fun fact, if I don't turn it off, it actually corrupts and loses the whole file. It's awesome.
Living quarters.
Oh. He trapping without a mage hand? Yeah. Chad, Arcane Trickster mage hand versus Virgin manual trapping Kid, loser. I'm not undead. I'm not undead.
Uzak draws his weapon intent on not letting you any.
Oh my god, I'm so bad. I'm so bad.
A metallic clink
Shadow marked? Immune to instant kills? Oh, come back. Oh my god, what? I can't hit this guy, he's too fast. Virgin biter? Whoa, whoa, whoa. True. Yeah, it's because YouTube can't handle 12-hour VODs. It's the reason why, like, if there's ever a 24-hour live stream, it has to just happen on Twitch, because YouTube, they don't like it. Because the other thing, too, is you might be like, oh, why can't you just, like, flicker it off and turn it on? No, because YouTube also doesn't like that. You have to wait a minimum amount of time between, like, starting up a new live stream. And also, even if you did want to do that, you have to change up the name and, like, retype everything, which is really annoying. So, yeah, it's just a layer of problems. Something YouTube, something YouTube bad. Don't dispel my magic. This guy dispelled my greater heroism? What the heck? I'm gonna send this guy to greater hell for that one. What's that? Acid damage on every hit? That's cheating. Cheating in the video game. So, if you own the Lamortia expansion for basically nothing, you can craft a calamitous weapon of any type and get Dolorous Acid. I believe it's called... I can't remember what it's called, but it's this effect is the Dolorous Acid effect. It's called something random. I don't remember the name of it, but it's not called Dolorous Acid, but this is what you want. And it basically says it like adds an effect and says it causes to drip with acid, dealing damage on critical hit. That is not what this does. This gives you a legendary effect that adds acid damage on every single hit that has legendary scaling, basically allowing me to do whatever I want.
You enter into another wing.
Yeah, it's Meltfang. So, boom, I can just hit guys. Like, I hit him for 253 acid on that one. Why? I don't know. Because I can. Can you please get instant killed? Thanks, buddy. Murder. Also, if you're wondering and you're like, oh, Strim, is this actually, like, really good? Is your assassinate stuff, like, super powerful? No, but it is fun. Because as I'm sure you're aware, this druid is like killing way more things than I can even fathom by just like blasting spells at people, which is cool. And I missed. Oh my god, I'm bad. I mean, it's not like I missed. I didn't like not attack the target. My character rolled a 1 because my character's bad. And as fun and cool as this is, man, imagine not playing a spellcaster in current DDO. You know what I'm saying? While leveling.
Command post.
Alright, I could assassinate guys, or I could just go giga sneak attack damage on this bad boy, and he's dead. Goodbye, Heresiarch. Did you know that's how it's pronounced? Heresiarch? I didn't know that. I had to Google it. There you go. Dude, do you guys remember the shamanistic fetish? Oh, it's got Devotion 72 and Radiance 72 in one item. And it's bind on character on equip. I used to get this, and then every time I would play a cleric, I would make sure to have one. Back in the day. Dude, remember when video games were good? Holy moly. That's a joke, obviously. In my personal opinion, I do think that Dungeons & Dragons Online is currently in the best place it's ever been. The lag is probably the lowest I've seen it in over a decade. The game still does lag, especially some of the common areas, which they're working on. But like general gameplay, you kind of forget you're playing DDO sometimes. It's so wild to me how different the game is, especially with like less lag. Not as much lag. It says I made a Klob meme in Discord. Yeah, dude. Also, Klob's definitely a meme. That's for sure. Fight. Assassinate. Assassinate. Everything's dead. I didn't break stealth? Interesting. Unfortunately, I can't heal this guy. I'm a rogue, so I have no healing ability, but, you know, we do stuff. Assassinate. Assassinate. Reapers are dead instantly. Thank you, team. I have to dump my my sneak. I need more sneak so I can jump. Sneaking gives you, I think, minus 30, so I need to be like 30 over. So that's why I'm actually maxing it out now. I'm invisible, so they can't see me to dispel my magic. True, I am in fact a battle rogue. That guy, the Reaper has no idea. The middle. Also, we have a cold warlock in party, which is sick. Oh, sorry. Do you not think I was gonna get you, buddy? Also, remember you seeing me like constantly in stealth? There's actually a reason outside of just wanting to use assassinate. But you get a buff for being in stealth every second called Measure the Foe. That lasts 12 seconds. And it gives you, if you have all 5 stacks, 30 melee power, plus 10 to dodge and max dodge, and plus 5 to hit and a DC of assassinate. So lets my dodge go up to 67%. Isn't that neat? No, it shouldn't be 67. That's too much. 17? Yeah, that makes sense. Why was that 67%? Oh, because I still had Uncanny Dodge running. I forgot. That ability's good, by the way. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, 30 extra melee power is nothing to scoff at. Oh yeah, you think you can get me because I'm not stealth? Bite. You made a save. The DC is 54. Get out of here, buddy.
Find the giant's relic that brought you here.
You have Cancer Warlock? No. Huh? No, it's Cold Warlock. Cold. They're using Carcerized Storm. We got no Astrologer Warlocks. I do wish I could like heal people, so instead of just me bouncing around while stealth and doing mostly nothing, I would actually be able to help. But you know what? Honestly, yeah, you know, they can do it themselves. Guy's a druid. He can heal himself. Oh my god. I have to go in here to get actual hits, get some damage in. It died. I got the kill. Let's go.
And unfortunately, has been emptied of its
Yo, what's up, Ungermax? How are you doing? You mean Crab Warlock? True. Carcinization Warlock? Yeah, we got Carcerized Storm. Where's Carcinization Warlock? It's like there's another video game called Last Epoch, and it's like one of those Diablo-like games, and sorry, one of those Path of Exile-like games, and there's like they had like a keybind so you can just dodge out of the way, like a dodge roll, like you're playing Dark Souls. But one of the items you can get is a ring called Carcinization of Momentum, and what it does is it makes it so that it's a ring when you wear it. Instead of dodge rolling, when you press your dodge roll button, you summon a crab. So it turns your momentum into a crab. So it's got a perfect name, Carcinization of Momentum, which is great. And also, it's completely useless. It is a useless item. It doesn't do anything, but it is really funny. In all cases, you want to dodge roll more than a crab. Yeah, but everything does eventually turn into a crab. Exactly.
Would that I could bathe myself in fire.
Yo, what's up, Freeling Slyhand? How you doing?
Growls, insults, and mocking laughter from the veterans of the Storm's Fist Horde.
Dagger hook. Diplomacy. Oh, I don't do that. Maybe I do that? Hold on. I'm a rogue. Give me a sec. Mash it. I'm plus 18. That should be enough. Yes, it is enough. I need to roll a 15. Let's go. And that one. And then I can get him again, I think, because I have bluff. I actually do max up my bluff, so I should be able to get him now. Yeah, that was easy. 42. There's Primal Staff that summons a T-Rex. It was okay. Looked way cooler than it actually was. Oh, dude, the T-Rex? Like the staff that summoned a T-Rex? I didn't use a staff. I used the T-Rex idol. Or not idol, the relic or whatever. That shit's insane. It's so good because the T-Rex buffs all your minions. I did like a Stormwolf build, so I did like Stormwolf plus Stormcrows, where I had like a bunch of lightning-based minions, then I summoned the T-Rex and it juiced everybody. What's up, Arcane of Worms? opposed to House P Pug. I could have just said Arcaniverse, but for some reason my brain went a different direction. Not that there's anything about opening up a can of worms with discussing you, or that you are a dramatic or drama-inducing individual. No. Don't. My phone. Okay. I opened my phone and it was like, "Hello, would you like a personalized briefing on what's going on in your life?" I'm like, "No, I don't. I don't need my phone to give me some weird psychoanalysis of what's happening in my life." In the middle of the snitch after I told everyone it was a grouping mechanic, that would drive me insane. If you ever get stuck with that, Freeling, I can give you a secret. At the gather, just have somebody log out and log in, and it tricks the gather point and lets you progress.
The sign reads, Maze.
Oh yeah, if you want it, that's fine. I can give you a brief summary of my life. Basically, I was born, I started playing video games, and now I'm unemployed. Oh, I can go on I. Yep, my. Yeah, hopefully that works. Does it work for Gather Quest? Yeah, as long as you're on the Gather point, you can just do a quick relog, and it tricks the game. And it lets you do a little bit of a cheaty peaty. I'm not usually on the levers. This is weird. This is a different experience. Also, what's up, Hand of Good? I still think there's something living upstairs. I can hear like something scratching at the things. And then we just need somebody on K, so hopefully somebody's going to go to K. Oh, I one more? Oh. Did I open that wrong way? Oh. What resolution do I play DDO on? 1920 by 1080. I do 1920 by 1080 because, oh, this guy doesn't know the trick. You can run it through the corner. Yeah, I do 1920 by 1080 because, well, for two specific reasons. One, DDO does not have UI scaling. So as a result, I don't have a reason to play on some of the higher resolutions because all it means is you can't read any of the numbers on screen. And so I don't have to deal with that. Also, number two is I don't have any bigger monitors. Some people have these like big fancy 78, 50,000K monitors, and they love having like gigantic like mega screens that cover their entire house. I'm a DDO player by trade. This is my job. So I play DDO all day and all night. So as a result, I pulled I already to open. But yeah, so as a result, I could play on a bigger screen and then make it so other people can't read what I'm doing while I'm streaming and I can't read what I'm doing and then complain about UI scaling. Or I could just have a smaller monitor. And there actually is a good reason to have a smaller monitor. They're cheaper. So if my monitor ever breaks or I run into problems, I can replace it easier. Plus also as somebody who's like used bigger monitors, I'm not a competitive FPS player. I don't need to play games at higher than 60 FPS. So I just don't care. Like the reason why you would want to have a higher refresh rate on your monitor is usually for like competitive shooters, because the more frames you can get, the more inputs you can get, because you can only basically input one thing per frame. So if your game is 60 frames per second, you can't reach the level of precision. And if you have 144 frames per second, for example, so the higher the frame rate, the better you can do. Or you have the more opportunities to do better. It's not guaranteed that you're going to do better just because you have a higher frame rate, per se. That being said, I don't play, like I said, any of those games. I don't do any competitive shooters or what have you. So I just don't really care about getting these super fast refresh rates. And even if it comes to just like from a graphical fidelity standpoint of like, yeah, but don't you want graphics to look good? Don't you want your game to look sick? I don't know. I've found that from watching people who have those extremely high refresh rate monitors, as cool as they are, I've found that generally the super high refresh rate monitors is something you get used to after a relatively short time. So if you have like, if you stare at it for a couple hours, it just kind of becomes normal. And some of you might be like, no, dude, I can't look at like lower refresh rate things. Yeah, you can. You don't want to, but then after like an hour of looking at them, your brain readjusts.
The broken body
It's like
of
you go to
several
work
corpses
and you have a
below.
computer that has a 60 hertz refresh rate, and it's fine. And then you go home and you have your god machine refresh rate, and it's fine. Same thing. Small TV just saves your eyes. Yep. Lifestyle creep is bad. Don't lose the ability to enjoy cheaper stuff. I disagree with that. I don't think lifestyle creep is necessarily bad. It's just one of those things that
Instinct
is not something everybody wants to deal with.
The test of instinct.
I mean, we know because TV doesn't like most resolutions, but OBS hates the setup. Yeah. Yeah, I just have a 1080p monitor.
Has reset.
Also, benefit of 1080p monitor, I have 3 of them. The only annoying part about getting multiple monitors is mounting them. It's annoying to mount them.
The test of instinct has reset.
It's better for older games. Yeah.
The test of
Well, that's why, like,
has reset.
I like the idea of getting into retro gaming, like having a retro gaming station set up. But if I was going to do that,
Test of
I'd
instinct
want to get,
reset.
like an older PVM, you know, give me like a CRT.
The test of
So that way I can actually like look the way it's supposed to. Because a lot of the older games are designed with like the actual pixels of the older TVs, where the pixels are taller than they are wide, and so unless it's accounted for in emulation, which
test of instinct.
companies like Nintendo refuse to do, your games are all just going to look squished.
The test of instinct.
And so if I actually want to plug in like an old school console, it's not going to look proper unless I put it on one of the old TVs.
The test of instinct has reset.
Made it. Looking forward to Summer Games Fest? Yes, I'm looking forward to the Summer Games Fest. I know what that is. But like hypothetically, Officer Skeleton, for the people in chat who might not be familiar with Summer Games Fest, do you think you could tell them what that is? So that way they can also possibly get excited? Because I know, for the people that don't know, you know what I mean? The people who are just unaware, that might need that information. If you wanted to fill them in. R1, R2. Didn't make CRTs anymore? You can buy them secondhand. People have them.
As the puzzle
Oh, that was done.
into
Nice.
place, a
I turned it
loud
wrong.
gear
Whoops, I'm bad.
grinds
That was me bit. I'm bad. I'm bad. I'm bad.
The path forward is open.
Like, that's the magic of a place like the United States of America, is that there's so many hoarders and there's so much junk and garbage. There's going to be somebody who has a CRT that's been in a garage for the past 20 years, and they'll probably sell it. I know that CRTs have to have the tube. Love to see if they can figure out a way to make... Yeah, the big ass tubes are annoying. New event of game trailers and reveals there's a lot of Twitch drops. A couple of hours in Space's summer version of Game Awards, big stream announcing new games and such. Oh, cool. I would be excited for it if I was going to be able to watch it. That's something I would love to watch on stream. I can't do this proper popular streamer thing of just like watching big announcements and being excited with you guys, because I find that it never happens when I'm actually just available. I have to stop streaming at 5. So a couple hours is when I stop streaming, unfortunately. Because it is what it is. Guild Wars 3 is probably going to be announced. Yeah. Well, I don't have to worry about Guild Wars 3, about knowing whether it's going to be announced or not, because if they do announce Guild Wars 3, you can just like go to your window and put your ear there, and you will hear Dorak screaming from France how excited he is. You will literally hear it from across the planet. Fade the Wild Hunt. Yeah, I wanted to watch it this week, but because I have been streaming weirder, stupider hours this week, because I've had a cavalcade of doctor's appointments and other things come up, I have not. So next week, we're going to watch it. We're going to watch the video together as a group, as a team, as a collective, as a thing. Official announcement: the Monster Hunter Wilds expansion on Sunday's PC Gaming Show. I still have to beat Monster Hunter Wilds. I still got to beat it, which will eventually make my brother happy because he's like, he wants to do more Monster Hunter stuff and he wants to fight all of the monsters. I don't know the names of any of the dangerous ones. I haven't finished the campaign yet. I'm still working on it. Yeah, he still wants to do a lot of that with me. But the thing is, I think he's Monster Hunter ranked like 180 or something. He's like Hunter ranked 180, somewhere in there. And I'm not. I'm a little lower because I'm in the campaign. I gotta finish the campaign so I can start working on the grind. I also kind of want to figure out how to play a different weapon because I like Sword and Shield. It's fun, but like, there's so many cool weapons. I kind of don't want to use Sword and Shield. You know what I mean? I just find a lot of the other weapons have like Giga Clunk.
You hear Grogan the bugbear's growling.
I hear it's vastly improved. Yeah, I couldn't tell you about the performance. It's not bad for me. Yeah, Sword and Shield's really good for the record. It's super good, but it's not. It doesn't have that like oomph. You know, like watching people use like the Mantis Spear. That's not right. But the one where they like jump around all over the place. Seems really sick. Or the Switch Axe looks really cool. Like, man, I just wish I enjoyed it and wanted to do it. Insect Glaive. Mantis Spear, Insect Glaive, same thing. You know, I'm almost there. I was almost there. I was this close.
Champion of the dragon below. And they'll face the leaders of the Cloven
And Hunting Horn, yeah. Bug Polearm, exactly. I don't really like the gun lance. I don't like slow weapons. I don't want to be like super slow. I think it's one of the big problems is that like Sword and Shield lets me reposition really quickly and lets me play the game like it's Dark Souls. And the other weapons are not Dark Souls at all. I mean, I guess maybe they are if you're like a slow attacker. If you're somebody who always uses the big slow weapons. But I've never played a strength build in a Dark Souls game or any Souls-like, and I never will. I've basically only ever played Dex, Int, Faith, Arcane, or whatever the equivalent stat is. Strength is cool. I mean, you say that, but you know what's way cooler? Everything else. That's not true. I did do a Dark Souls 3. So after I beat Dark Souls 3 the first time on stream, I played it again, but I beat it with... I did an entire playthrough in New Game Plus using the Ringed Knight Greatswords, which are strength weapons. However, here's the thing. The Ringed Knight Greatswords from Dark Souls 3 are cuckoo bananas. They're insano good. They're so dumb. You do so much poise damage that you get them with a single combo, and you pretty much stagger every enemy in the game. It's like, oh, you know who's really hard? Dark Eater Midir, this gigantic mega dragon that does huge damage and it flies everywhere and it's fast. You know why it's not hard? If you stagger it by hitting it in the face twice. That was a dumb thing to tell chat next time FromSoft makes a game. True. I'll probably end up... I still have to play Sekiro. Strength Faith is the coolest way to play the game. That's my first Elden Ring was playthrough with Strength Faith. I used...
Here will drive you mad.
What's that weapon called? Also, what's up, Wolf Kobold? How you doing? The Magma Scale sword. It's one of the swords you get from one of the magma worms. And dude, that shit is fire. It's literally fire. It's like a fire and physical weapon. But the weapon art is you like grab it with both sides, you jump in the air and you do a slam, and it drops this like lava pool on the ground, and it's so freaking good, dude. I use that through the entire game. Yeah, Vigo Pigeon did not struggle using that weapon.
A gateway slides open. and beyond, a living giant bellows in rage. These guardians are some new magic, says the
Cool.
seer.
Not good. Well, it is really good. I think most of the games are designed around that. I just like playing the more dodgy playstyle. Again, it's like I'm such a Bloodborne Andy. I think Bloodborne's definitely like probably in my top 5 games of all time. I think it's just an excellent game, and the game feel of it's incredible. And the speed. I really love the whole idea behind the rally mechanic, where they're basically like, yeah, if somebody hits you, you don't want to run away. You have to hit them back, and that's how you heal.
Waiting.
If somebody's being aggressive, you need to be more aggressive. And then once you start to learn that, and then you like interact with more of the bosses, and the answer is like, oh, if the boss is pushing you back because they're being too aggressive, that's because you're not hitting them enough, and you're not staggering them, or you're not, you know, being too aggressive against them. It's sick.
The dust and debris underfoot suggests this
I had to do
passage
strength
has
int run of
gone
Elden Ring.
undisturbed for a
Strength
very
int run of
long
Elden
time.
Ring, which is Moonlight Greatsword. Yeah, I'm such a wizard Andy,
And a maddened
so I
giant
oftentimes play like the
seer
magic
comes
using characters.
charging out. The madness overcame
Give me wizardry,
says the seer.
please.
Better now.
Oh, they saw me?
Time to find
No, they didn't see me.
crystal.
I have no idea. Do I have Intimidate? That's the real question. Intimidate. Nope. 19. Alright. It might be enough.
A bright
Let me be a strength
cascade
build, but see how Dex players live? Yeah.
below, it forms a river of heat that winds into the crater.
I've seen videos of people having the satisfaction of, like, you know, they play strength and they have the heaviest armor and they just tank every single hit as they're swiping at people. And I'm like, that does look kind of cool. Maybe I should try that at some point. But every time I try, I lose interest and stop doing it.
The seer turns
I know who I
to
am.
you. I do the ritual. You give
Listen,
me
if my character doesn't look and act like an anime character, I don't know if I can do it. The irony being, I don't watch any anime.
From beyond the open gate comes a dull sound.
Oh,
of
skeletons.
footsteps.
No. Oh, they see me.
Dry as
Alright, let's kill these
rattles.
guys. 800 health. Take everything in 2 hits? Yeah. What was I playing? And I was staggering everything almost instantaneously. Oh, yeah, Elden Ring. So in Elden Ring, one of the things you can get is on swords, the weapon art is square off.
Calls out.
I'd never used square off before because I just never really used like the basic longsword, or I always replaced it so I could get like you get like the glintstones, so you can get like a magic enchantment, so maybe you get like a sword attack or some magical ability as your Art of War, or yeah, Art of War, I think that's what it is, Ash of War. God damn, square off is so dumb. It's literally you hit a guy
Arrows
twice and they're
shower
staggered
down from the
with just a
entrance to the
dinky
crater's
like
northern
you know
slope.
longsword. And it doesn't matter what you have on it. You just square off 1, square off 2, they're staggered and they're dead. And so I was replaying Elden Ring a little bit a couple of weeks ago out of boredom, and it was just so satisfying to kind of trivialize pretty much every single boss, because they all give you an opportunity to get in close to them, and you just go 1 and then 2 and then they're staggered, and then you hit them and then they get back up and they do the same thing. But even while they're getting up, you can build up the stagger again with the square off while they're trying to stand up,
But almost
so they can maybe get 1 move off. I literally didn't die to any bosses. It was just free. I'm not trying to be like, oh, it's because I didn't die because I'm so good and I'm like the best player at this video game and anything else. No, I'm bad. I am a bad player. It was just so free. Unless the boss one-shot you, it's great. Die, please. Okay, so the goal is to hit everybody once to get access to aggro to then do the thing. I can't heal this guy, so
turns to you.
hopefully this will work, but we'll see.
The ritual begins.
Okay. I love that. I love when the guy just doesn't spawn in. Or all of them don't spawn in. That's cool. Failed my intimidate check. One hit. Don't die. Okay. I'm gonna hit you again. Please. Thank you. Okay, we're good. Oh, never mind. These guys are here. How are they both here? Alright, perfect. Now we go here. Everybody's attacking and everything is fun. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, I don't know what's actually coming up. I'll have to pay attention to see what you guys are saying about what's going to be coming out, some of the new games. Again, I don't really pay much attention to pretty much any time new games come out, for the most part, because I'm an MMO gamer, so I just play my old MMO game, and I just play the same thing every single day. Usually it's like, oh, patch for the game I like is coming? Sick. Like, I've been really in tune with the fact that, you know, as some of you may have heard, Destiny is not getting any updates anymore, Destiny 2. But the patch that's been coming out is literally the biggest, most expansive patch in the history of the game, and is literally giving every player, like,
Keep them at bay.
they're doing everything everybody wanted. And it's very bittersweet that the new patch that's coming out is so good. Anyway, see.
Though these skeletal enchanters did not cause the mad stone
Oh, is somebody
spell,
killing the thing?
they
Oh, there's
used
people here.
powerful
Nice. I
magic
don't have to do
to
anything.
defend it.
I love that.
It will go easy.
I love when I have
now
nothing to
that
do
they
at
are
all.
Almost done, the seers.
Yeah, other than that, I think,
Not much longer.
I said the only game I was excited for this year so far that has released was Code Vein 2. I think it's on sale. Let me see. Code Vein 2. It's on 25% off sale. And pretty much every other game that I'm looking forward to is not on sale. Not yet. Or even available. One thing I do appreciate is that when games aren't out yet, but if they have a Steam listing, you can just like wish list them and then eventually they'll come out. GTA 6, I don't care about GTA. I have never cared about Grand Theft Auto. Not because I'm a contrarian. I just haven't played a Grand Theft Auto since San Andreas when I was like
Just in
12.
time, says Blaze.
So
Look, the gate to the spire's gone down.
I just don't have a big
The
desire to play
horde
Grand
of
Theft Auto.
maddened monsters
Some
is
people are
coming
really hyped
through
up.
it.
People really enjoyed 4 and 5 and are looking forward to 6. I just don't care. They found a protein that directly makes DNA. Protein templated synthesis of dinucleotide repeat DNA by an antiphage reverse transcriptase. Either you're telling me something very interesting, which I did not hear this. I've been hearing a bunch of other stuff. There's been some fun and interesting science news
The
in a couple other
skeleton
places, but
war
no, I have not
was casting mad stone
heard about
spells
the
no
protein
more.
that directly produces
But
DNA.
why was it here
I don't know
in
what you
the
would do with
first
that
place?
information.
Perhaps Blaze and his seers have answers. Good, good.
Greennet updated the Guild Wars 3 domain this morning.
My
Whoa,
seers say
Guild Wars
these
3.
stones
Like I said, I'm just going to.
dragon
My window is open, so if they announce Guild Wars 3, I will hear
used to
Dorak
hide
screaming
their
from
dirty tricks.
France.
A curse
I will hear it
upon their
just crossing the
heads.
ocean. And I'll know. I mean, if Guild Wars 3 does come out, I'll probably try it out. I really liked Guild Wars 1. I think Guild Wars 1 is a really fun, really cool game. And I kind of like Guild Wars 2. I like the updated graphics, but I find I don't love a lot of the moment-to-moment gameplay as much. and I find the most of the UI systems unintelligible. Think you're studying French? Oh yeah. One. Miss! Dude, I roll so many ones with Assassinate, it's crazy. No, that is very interesting. I'll have to look into this DNA news, but I did not hear about this. No, everything is too fast. No. No. Well, for me, Guild Wars 1 was like an extension of EverQuest. So I played EverQuest a little bit like in 2024 and a little bit in 2025. And then playing Guild Wars 1 afterwards, I was like, oh, this is just the next step of EverQuest. It's the obvious evolution of like, you know, you need a full group to do stuff, but you can add NPCs to your group that will help you. Each character has like their very specialized things that they do. There are certain abilities that only they can do. Mesmers are broken as fuck. I like kind of the combined abilities where you can put like multiple things together. I am interested. Ooh, thank you, sir. I will admit, I don't read science as often as I used to. I should probably do that a little bit more often. Yeah. The bigger problem for me was finding the desire to really make it to the end game, which I think is just the consequence of a lot of longer MMOs. When the MMO game gets so big, you have to be like really invested to want to actually make it towards the end. It's why a lot of people will like start playing a game like Lord of the Rings Online, and then they just never finish it, or like they never finish the campaign process, because even though it's a really cool story, dude, 160 levels takes a fucking shit-ass long time. Plus, I have this like completionism problem where I kind of want to do everything in every area. And so if I don't do everything in every area, then I'm like, oh, I'm like missing content. But because MMOs are MMOs, they oftentimes have a lot of content that is just pointless and not fun and not interesting. It's actually one of the reasons why I struggled to finish Dragon Age Inquisition. Because even though I really like the story and a lot of the main set pieces are good, a lot of the general areas in the game have so much padded MMO style content of like, go here and collect 25 of X or Z. And it's like boring MMO garbage. I'm aware of the irony of me being an MMO player. In science, new stuff is cool. Oh, dude, people are making all sorts of crazy new advances in science. A lot of it's just like invisible or stuff you don't. That's not so much the stuff that you don't hear about, but it's like stuff that the implications of such research is not quickly becoming apparent. It's like unless you know somebody who has gone through the experience of like one of the many serious like life-threatening diseases that have been plaguing humanity for many, many years, you might not be aware of how many changes have been going through. So like for a lot of people, especially a lot of like cancer diagnoses are now like, oh yeah, you live with that now. You don't die with it, you live with it. So it's like, yeah, we can't get rid of it entirely, but you don't die. You get to live now, and you know, you die with it. Same thing with a lot of like other like serious diseases that it's like you don't hear the people aren't exclaiming it from the rooftops, because the difference is people just aren't dying of the same things, which is really nice. There's so many cool things coming out all the time, especially in the field of medicine. It was basically like, you know, CRISPR was a massive piece of news a decade ago, and it was like, this is going to change all of biotech. And then the answer is yes, CRISPR did change the entirety of biotech, but now it's what are they doing with it? And you don't hear about the individual stuff as much. It's just like, oh yeah, we can use this. This is a tool. Yeah, I will take some time to read through this later. Or the opposite, because I hate mouse click movement. Oh, you don't have to mouse click movement in Guild Wars 1. In fact, yeah, I didn't do any mouse click movement in Guild Wars 1. All my movement was WASD. I did not like how in Guild Wars 1 you can't jump. And the main reason I didn't like that you couldn't jump in Guild Wars 1 is based on how many 3D like terrain sections they would have where you wanted to go down a tiny ledge, but you couldn't because you weren't allowed to jump down the ledge. So you had to find your way around. It was very frustrating and dumb. So that I didn't love. Oh. Please let me up. Oh, do I not have enough jump for this? Oh, shit. Where's my jump? Jump. 36. You need 37, dude. I'm so close. I'm 1 point of jump away. Thank you. Literally 1 point of jump away. That's so funny. Managing the non-PCs was kind of tedious. I found that you didn't have to do too much. They were usually pretty good. They weren't as good as like a human player, but they were usually pretty good. But I agree. I'm not out here trying to be like, yeah, and I think Guild Wars 1 was a perfect video game. I just really liked it. As somebody who liked the more like slower, grindier style of fights, especially where the enemies have like individual mana resources, you can like mana drain enemies and do stuff. I played a Mesmer. It was cool. I liked a lot of the like kind of the resource kind of game you could play.
You have finally found your way through the
Oh, this one.
Malkian the Mad must be near.
I didn't like that the scalability, where I felt like as you got later and later on in the game, the monster packs would become larger to the point where if you pulled 2 monster packs, you would basically just kind of die. You would lose your entire party. And so, because there wasn't like a,
Be at peace, my
obviously,
kin,
you know, you're greater than the sum of your parts sort of thing,
my
but
actions will wipe
there weren't a lot of
away
ways to
all
manipulate,
our
especially a lot of your energy resources. So if you ended up getting into a fight with, you know, a bigger pack than you were expecting, and then you had a whole bunch of pulls, you would just kind of run out of mana, and then people start dying, and it becomes this whole like process. I also don't really love the penalty in Guild Wars 1, where when you die, you take like a minus 10% morale penalty that basically reduces everything you do by 10%, and it continues to stack. Because like if you die too many times in adventure, it means you kind of just have to restart the whole thing. It's better to give up than to keep trying. And I don't personally love that mechanic. I understand why they do it, because it's meant to be like, yeah, don't die, so that way you can keep, you know, you don't worry about like, these bonuses or whatever. But like, I don't know. It's like I already died, and so we have to like reset some progress, or possibly take like a huge L and maybe restart the whole thing. But like the feeling of getting squeezed out, ugh, I don't like it. Nice, I'm glad to hear that, Diastraka. That's good. Yeah, Arcane Trickster is awesome. I love Arcane Trickster. It's an absolute blast. I probably should have been playing Arcane Trickster, but I decided to do this instead. Which is fun in its own right. It's fun in a different way. It's fun in how not fun it is. Am I entertained? Not terribly, but it's, you know, something's happening. Alright, let's go into the quest. Is there a faster way around here? Probably. Also need to get more movement speed. At some point, I will have to spend the 3 points. You know, I might as well just do that now. Get the 3 points for the fast movement so I can go a little bit quicker. That will be the goal. What's up, sweet potato? How are ya? Yeah, Magic Missile actually being good in current year is not something I was expecting. But it is really, really sick. must go faster. Yep. No. Unbelievable. I missed the first one. They make their save on the second one, which is rolling a 20. Use weekend specifically to be able to stream Tom out of his build. Is it buddy bonus this weekend? I didn't check the weekend bonus. Is it buddy bonus? Oh shit, it is buddy bonus. Hell yeah. I'm too slow. I can't keep up with the rest of my team. That's a huge bonus too. Yeah, we'll see. Tonight, unfortunately, as mentioned in the stream title, stream is ending a little bit earlier than usual because I'm actually going to be doing something for me, which is I'm starting a Pathfinder 1 campaign. So I'm going to be doing that this evening, which should be fun. So I'll be ending the stream a little bit earlier because I have to cross town, so I can be able to do that. And then also, I mean, if I'm not too hungover on Sunday.
The force of his magic fading from the room.
No. Here we go. IRL Pathfinder 1 stream. IRL Pathfinder 1. You know, oddly enough, we are going to be playing Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous.
To the central chamber vanishes.
Oh, somebody already got the thing. Because I have the books. I managed to get all of the Pathfinder adventure books. So I have all of the Wrath of the Righteous campaign. So I'm going to be running it. Cool. Because the video game is cool. If you haven't played the video game, it's very, very good. And I was like, I want to share this video game with other people, but the video game is obviously a single player game. So I can't play it with friends. So I'm like, how do I play it with friends? Well, it was based off of a module that was written between the years of 2014 and 2015 and 2017, which means I can just buy it. So I had to find some dude who had it available on eBay, and then I gave them money, and then they gave me their books. So now I have all 6 books. The other 5 are over there. They're off camera. Who's DMing? Me. I'm DMing. I've already played the game, the computer game. So because I'm DMing, that means I can actually run it. I already know everything's going to happen, but the other people in my party don't.
As the plane of Fernia becomes coterminous with our own.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to do the thing a lot of people are doing, which is I have Rogue Trader, I bought it, but I think I might, depending on what the expansion is going to be, I might wait for the expansion to come out. Although it really depends. I guess I don't know enough about Rogue Trader to really be able to make that call to be like, yeah, maybe I should wait for the expansion. Specifically because I don't know. Oh, 2 people joined the party. Well, I almost killed somebody. If it's anything like the Wrath expansions, the Wrath of the Righteous expansions either added post-game content, which you could just load up your save and keep playing, or not post-game, but like really close to end-game sort of content. Here you go. Have fun.
The dim light within has a dark, foreboding air.
Or it added like literally entirely different game modes that were unrelated, so it didn't matter.
The plane of Rizia fills this chamber with an
Necron, Trazian, the Infinite, and add cybernetic augments. But is it going to add to like the main quest, or is it like a secondary thing? Is the build really that terrible? I mean, I'm an assassin, so I can assassinate things and instantly kill people. I can also do my bites and instantly kill people. It's got a lot of instant kills, which is sweet. It's also relatively defensive, and it's pretty fun to play. But if you were to play this without all the past lives and as a first life character, you might slam your head into the wall so hard you break through concrete. So we'll see. But I'm currently having fun. It's kind of one of those things where yes, my build feels fun because I have a bunch of items and past lives that really prop up the character. But it is cool to go whoop and instantly kill the Marlith.
The plane of Shavarath. You emerge the victor in this small piece of the Shavarath battleground. The orbs in the
Yeah, that's pretty much the only reason I haven't started playing Rogue Trader. Everyone has told me that Rogue Trader is insanely fun and really good. So I want to try it out. But I don't know much about it. I don't know anything about Warhammer 40k. I'm not a Warhammer guy. You got the Space Marines, and you have the Necrons, and you have the Tyranids, and
The final orb lights
you have Blood for the Blood God,
almost imperceptible.
and that's it.
Fragment of Dale
That's all I know.
core. The
Do I know anything else? Hold on.
dream
It's space, there's
fades into
orcs.
the
I think there's orcs in space. I think there's orcs. I'm honestly not sure. Is probably weave into the story closer to endgame. No, the Lex Imperialis DLC starts making itself known in the main story near the beginning. Hmm. Yeah, it really depends on whether it would bring something new. It's like how for Wrath of the Righteous, they've got like the From the Ashes DLC, which is like its own entire secondary storyline. And then they have like the roguelike game mode, which is completely unnecessary to play. It's like unrelated to the game. And so you can do it if you want, but you don't have to. The only one that really was a big deal is the Last Sarkorian DLC, because it adds an entire character, like an entire new companion to the game, which is a pretty big deal. Because you might want to play with them instead, which basically necessitates doing an entire new run. Also, they added like new classes. I don't even know if they have classes in Rogue Trader. I have no idea how the game works. I've done zero research. I like going into games blind. I think it's fun. And also, like, it makes... I did that with Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, which was a complete mistake. Don't do that. If you ever want to play Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, okay, this is my pro tip for all you young people out there who want to experience some of the best video games you can physically play on this entire planet. There's basically no better game than Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. Well, Baldur's Gate 2 is just like cream of the crop. But if you want to play Baldur's Gate 2, you get the Enhanced Edition because it means that it uses your resolution, which is great. But also, before you play the game, the manual is right here. Click it, load this bad boy up. Listen, it might be 66 pages. Read this book. Oh my god. It's so helpful to understanding how this game works. They tell you about the story. They tell you about like what's going on and the characters, about the city. They tell you about all this stuff. So you understand who these people are. You understand the main characters. So much information, dude, so much information. But then also like the actual physical rules of the game are in here somewhere, where it's like, hey, gameplay, these are like things that matters. What do your ability scores do? What are your skills? What are your proficiencies? Like reading up how a lot of the things function in the game, please do that. If you don't do that, you will struggle so much, because if you're like, oh, I'm going to take my modern D&D knowledge and apply it, well, guess what? Spell DCs are not based off of your stats. That's a big one to wrap your head around. Raising your wisdom on a cleric will not make you a better spellcaster. You think it does, but it doesn't.
The quarry visibly the ancient warforge screams out. The quarry screeches.
Archetypes are your base classes. You can advance your base archetype and then add advanced archetype. DLC's added new archetypes and backgrounds. Oh, Levo. A more prolific spellcaster. Like, you can... It's not like there's, like, stats are pointless. Or, like, strength. How, once your strength gets to 18, then it's 18/00, or 18/50, or 18/ or the armor class, so you want a lower number. There's so much backward stuff. Is there a test dummy on a public space? So the test dummies on the guild ships, they're only on guild ships. There we go. But also, they're not real dummies, as in they don't give you like the information, so you have to either record everything yourself or pay attention to it. The only place where we have real DPS test dummies is on Lemania, which is the preview server, where they have DPS test kobolds you can beat up, and they spit out a number at the end telling you how much DPS you did. Well, how long it took to kill them. You can record it yourself, but yeah.
The long history of mankind is told in these statues. They are eroded, as are we. We have become wicked and worthless. This world would be better
Yeah,
off.
there's a bunch of wacky stuff. Again, this is not me saying that these experiences are bad. This game is bad, or that the rules are bad. But it's like, man, reading the manuals. But for a game like Rogue Trader, which is a more modern video game, I assume for the most part they'll explain a lot of the rules. And if it's from Alcat, who I played Wrath of the Righteous, Wrath of the Righteous is really well explained. If there's anything you don't know, they have so many keywords and things you can drill down. I assume they wouldn't just stop doing that in one of their future titles and be like, yeah, we're actually not going to give you information anymore. I assume that they would continue to do that, so we'll see.
The gentle current of water echoes.
It's a good way to like learn about the world. As mentioned, a lot of people, or as I've talked about before, a lot of people learned about the Forgotten Realms partially through actually playing like pen and paper D&D and maybe some reading some books, but also through the video games. Like Baldur's Gate is really expansive and gives you a huge amount of detail and context about many of the different like factions and areas and places inside Faerun. Specifically the Sword Coast. If you want to learn about the Sword Coast, man, Baldur's Gate's a good place to go for that. If you don't want to learn about the Sword Coast, I don't know.
Dining area.
Read the Dritz books, I guess.
With 3 glowing runes on
Do any of the Dritz books take place in the Sword Coast? I assume so, at least some of them have to, considering that you can run into Dritz in Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. Can you run into Dritz in Baldur's Gate 3? I don't think you can, but can you? Sanctioned Psyker. Sanctioned Psyker. Yeah, I've seen Horse play Darktide, and he plays as like some big Templar dude with a hammer who's got like magic spells. And he wears like all this like religious garb. It looks cool. So fire psychic powers for bonus damage, mitigated powers is around to use myself as a source to spread burn damage. That's amazing. The classic righteous fire build. I'll show you who's holier than thou. Stealth immolates. How about you die, thanks? Yeah, I think we're good here. Everybody died.
Protect Patrick the Maniacal.
Where is this dying cleric? Is it him? Oh, there's the dying cleric. Health, buddy. There you go. I can't. I failed. No. I rolled a 1 when I needed to roll a 3. Unlucky. Or a 4. Oh, that's kind of cool. I take it the Weird Al concert was good.
First gong sounds.
I don't know the last concert I went to. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
You notice the floor. A large sonic blast resonates toward the ground beneath Patrick the Maniacal. He loses his footing as the floor begins to fall away.
He died.
The storm's eye.
That's kind of cool. Also, mildly surprised. I'm mildly surprised to find that Weird Al is still touring and doing concerts. I mean, I guess it makes sense. You got to make money somehow when you're a musician, so I can see that. It's a bit of a surprise. I haven't thought about Weird Al in a long time. Man, when I was like 11, Weird Al was so funny. I love those like parody music. That was great. As I've gotten older, I've just listened to less and less. I don't know what happened, but I definitely did as I got older. I will say, I stopped listening to comedic music almost in its entirety. Like any song that's basically the goal is to be funny or basically written by a comedian so it's filled with jokes. I don't know why, but for some reason my brain is just like, I don't like this anymore. Song after song without a break. Dude, I can barely talk for 20 minutes straight without a break. Guy's a legend. I'm splintered, so it's hard to make universally funny things. Yeah, that's the magic of the internet.
Female voice faintly calls from deep within. Her words.
I mean, to be fair, the concept of universally funny is in itself funny. Like, there is nothing that's universally funny. A lot of people, which is pretty evident based on Weird Al's history, did not like his parodies. Like, a lot of the musicians that he was parodying didn't like their didn't like the way he was parodying them. A lot of musicians did. A lot of them did. A lot of artists did find it funny. Not all of them did. You know, songwriting money goes away immediately. Maybe. But yeah, like I said, it's just something as I got older, I just stopped being as interested in. And this is also not being like, my taste in music has evolved. I'm beyond the simple needs of the plebeians and their music for comedy. I listen to music for music's sake. None of that. I don't know. As I've gotten older, I just don't like to laugh. I like to live in
Cries for help are close.
misery.
Please. And help. Are now clearly ordered.
Playing with Julio. Yeah, but that's still not. It still means that there's somebody who doesn't appreciate it. I'm assuming that when you say universally liked, universal, or something people find universally funny is like a paraphrase and not what he actually said. Because if he actually said that, it's like, that is a very funny thing to say. Comedy is subjective, and something that one person finds funny is not something that somebody else is going to find funny. It's just that that's the nature of the medium. Like, because it's art. Art is subjective. I don't deny that it's harder to make things that will have a wider audience or a bigger reach, for sure. But like, there's nothing that everybody's going to find funny. Everyone is safe. Well, not those guys. Well, they're safe anyway. They got too much health.
The voice.
Man, do you remember when traps were dangerous? Looks at the group with 700, 500, 600, 1200, 700, 800 health. DDO is so different, dude. Look at the health bars. That's so much health. That's so funny to me. Oh my god, that's so many hit points. Oh shit. Having people with so much health. Ayo. DM narration for this quest? Do you turn off DM narration when you play this game sometimes? Are you implying there's a time that you don't use DM narration? What? That's crazy to me. I leave the DM narration. Well, okay, it's not that crazy, but I always leave the DM narration on for 2 reasons. Wait, what? Didn't I not pull this? No, I didn't. I always leave the DM narration on, specifically because wait, what? Oh, I went the wrong way. Oh, I went the wrong way. I'm stupid. I'm dumb. It's west. You go west. But mostly because, you know, I'm a streamer and people watch it. It's the same thing, like, I'm going to be honest with you, right now, I can't really hear the DDO game audio because I am listening to music and it's really loud. The background music in DDO is not very... it's not always the best. Dude, where am I going? I'm like giga lost right now. Hello. Listen, kill. Yeah, I still leave the actual like in-game audio on for the people that are watching the live stream, obviously, because a lot of people like to hear the game audio. Also, you can't play copyrighted music unless you get in, or unless you want to have all your ad revenue taken away and have a bunch of media companies be like, actually, people are only going to your live stream to listen to the clips that they hear of our music. So therefore, we get 100% of your revenue. So if you stream for 8 hours and you use 1 second of our song, we're gonna take all your revenue. You know when Amelia Tyler is the DM? Yeah. A lot of people are, find themselves very enamored with Amelia Tyler's voice. British ladies, man. It's too bad that, like, England isn't real, so, like, British ladies don't exist. But it'd be kind of cool if it was. Streamers too asexual for such silly nonsense? Yes. I have never felt any type of human emotion before. That's just not my style, man. That, and also, I don't know what it is, but like, I do know what it is. It's just, I don't really express myself in that sort of way. So like talking about that form of like, kind of relation to things that you see and hear, I don't know. Thinking of media in a tantalizing way is interesting.
Shouts. When you are prepared to swear undying fealty to the storm.
What do the kids say? I'm not much of a gooner. I don't goon that often.
Magic. The giant's eyes are dull and clouded with malice.
I enjoy my video games for my video games. My other media for my other media.
Now, the giant says, hear me. The Storm Reaver has refused your audience.
It's like, I remember having conversations, be like, especially in my early years, be like, oh man, this actor or actress or whoever is like so hot. And I always detach from it just because like, that's not how I think about that. I'm like, they're kind of like, they're not real people. They're like cartoon characters. Not like cartoon characters. They're like TV characters. They're not like real people. So my brain can't wrap my head around like, oh, this actor or actress is attractive, therefore you should feel attracted to them. They're not real. They're like ethereal beings that live in the TV. Not often. I'm more of a henchman enjoyer. Also true. Actually true. I'm much more of a henchman enjoyer. Although that being said, I do like describing things as goons in terms of like, no,
Where do these portals come from?
It's really tough.
It must
So in Timesplitters 2, one of the characters, playable characters, as well as like one of the character like enemies who fight during the campaign is the henchmen, which are these guys that wear these like yellow jumpsuits with these goggles and these kind of like I don't know what they have on their back. They're like these like gas canisters that they like carry around. And that was like one of my favorite characters to play. So I did play a lot of henchmen in because I just like the bright colors and the design of the outfit in Timesplitters. But I do like also being like, gotta get the goon squad. We need to have some goons who do X, Y, or Z activity. Not real? Yeah, dude, they're not real. Ace Spectrum territory? I'm not Ace. Can confirm. I'm just into like real physical people that are really physically in front of me.
left behind the portals. The guards rush through the door to do
I'm
your bidding.
gooning. Oh no, what is this?
The last of the way east is
Yep.
sealed with
Yeah, that's me.
some
Hired goons,
ancient
exactly.
giantish
What's up,
magic.
Crazy Xerxes? Or Crazy Xerxes? I want to say Xerxes because I see the K and I think it's next and it's not. Which is my fault. Instant kill. Did I miss again? You roll a 1, you miss. God, my character is bad.
The fiery wall, the magical giantish barrier.
But no, I definitely would not.
You are free.
I would
to
definitely
move
would say that
deeper
I
into
don't
the
consider
door.
myself ace at all. Not that there's anything wrong with people that are ace or aromantic or anywhere on the spectrum of that. But I'm like into chicks, you know what I'm saying? Right, time to change the dice? Yeah. Good call. Good call. Dice jail. Where's the dice? Golden magic? Yeah, more like garbage. Tragic. Let's go with yeah, we'll hit rainbow dice. It's Pride Month. Although it didn't look that rainbow to me. Let's see. Will the dice fail me? Oh, I didn't roll a 1. I'm gonna be honest. It's like pink at the top and gray at the bottom.
You find a crevice
It's not a
concealed
good
by
rainbow.
rubble here. It is just
I don't need it to be
large
like
enough
that
crawl
fluorescent
through.
colors you commonly see in drawn, but I really don't think you can call like kind of purple, like mauve and gray, a rainbow. That's some false advertising right there. I want my money back. I want my 20 years of subs back for that one. Absolutely ridiculous. This guy sees me, not for long, because he's dead. And this guy's like, huh? That guy died? Must have been the wind. Don't make your save. He doesn't see me. He has no idea. Deb. I am hitting now with the
As
assassinate, so that
lever
works.
clicks into place,
Can I have the subs
one
be
of
8 them?
the two faces near the far door lights up.
Deb.
Ancient gears drive
This guy has no idea.
foot.
He just watched 2 giants die before his, or he heard them falling down. And again, his only thought, "Ugh, must have been the wind." These guys? Stab. Like, it's so much slower than just actually killing people. Like, if I was just playing rogue and just charging around blasting guys with my dagger and doing more damage, that'd be so much better than what I'm doing now, but
You did not have to come here to die. Into the portal. The glowing pressure breaks.
that you did not have to come here to die. Well,
I can cast it just as well with
I'm
one.
not dying anywhere else. Do I want to do Myth Drenor this life? I have to make that decision right now.
Dragons find out
I don't really want to do Myth Drenor. I'm gonna be honest.
daggers and
I have been doing Myth Drenor a lot, but I really don't feel like it right now.
eyes.
I might skip Myth Drenor for the first time in a while.
The dragons.
I really enjoy doing Chill at Ravenloft during heroics, but Myth Drenor,
Three of them.
going with friends and a nice bottle of wine. No, I like Myth Drenor. I don't think it's bad. I just don't always want to run
The
it.
spells
Which is,
burn.
again, counterintuitive. Some people,
fit of
like,
madness
hate
pass.
Giant Hold with a passion
Giant kind
and would,
will
like,
no
rather
more
slam their head into a
cease
table than
over
run
the
Giant Hold. But, like,
And the prophecy Sidony feared has not come
I don't mind
about,
doing Giant Hold.
thanks to you.
I was made the leader, not today. Yeah, well, it's not just Horse. A lot of people really hate running Giant Hold. Because, you know, if you've been playing the game since 2007, you've been running Giant Hold since 2007. So, I can understand why some... It's the same reason why, even though I think that Keep on the Borderlands is not very good as starter content, a lot of people do enjoy Keep on the Borderlands because it's not Korthos, and they've just ran Korthos so many times over the many, many years they've been playing DDO. Oh, I got another feat, huh? Improve shield mastery? That sounds good. I get better combat with my shields. Melee power, double strike, and 5 PRR when using a buckler. I
The
mean,
city of Stormreach is abuzz with the news that a ship has
Kinda good.
arrived to ferry passengers to Sharn.
and I take
the
light armor
City of
mastery.
Towers. The ship's captain seeks
6 max
heroes
exponential light armor,
looking for a
25%
grand
life.
adventure in the
Boom,
clouds.
750 health.
Speak
Let's
to
go,
Captain
multipliers.
Alban Dranmore in the Stormreach Harbor to set sail.
You get
for
people trapped in
Sharn.
the maze or the crucible. Oh man, yeah, I can see some people getting trapped in like the maze in Maze of Madness, or like if somebody's not leading properly, or if you don't have the jump spell and you don't have the jump high enough, and you're just like, trying to reach up. In my solo guided playthroughs, I have taken the time to like show people how to get through those areas solo. So if you want to get through Crucible solo or Maze of Madness solo, it's not impossible to do. I never run Crucible. I mean, Madstone Crater is the worst quest in Gianthold. I don't think that there's much dispute there. Is there anyone that would disagree with that? Is there anybody that disagrees that Madstone Crater is the worst quest in Gianthold? It's that, in my opinion, it's easily the worst one, but maybe there's some discussion to be had. Has to be my most AFK'd quest. Sorry guys, bio. Sorry guys, gotta go throw up. Yeah, Madstone's the worst. Disagree. Rather run Madstone over Crucible. Better than Crucible. Okay, we got one person who says Crucible is worse. You know what you're doing. Madstone's the worst. Yeah. The other thing too about Madstone is even if you split the group, you can split the group and get the quest down to like 14 minutes if you go real fast. That's you gotta have 3 people with solid builds who can go boom, boom, boom and rip and do all 3 at the same time. On Madstone. Alright, I gotta get some water because it's like 1,000,000 degrees and I'm dying of dehydration. I shall return shortly. I need water. Here, I'll show you my stats. Oh my god, I'm sweating so much. I'm like sticking to the chair.
Get me out of this hellhole.
Have a great stream. Voodoo sunglasses, voodoo cacao. Share stream.
I'm back. Stream come back. Oh shit, I was raided. Dude, how does it happen? Literally every time I get up to go to the bathroom or drink some water, it's always literally every time. The same thing happened to me yesterday. It's so funny. I don't get up that often. Like if I stream for like 8 hours, I will be off camera for maybe 20 minutes, maybe at the most, where I like get up to grab water and use the bathroom. I don't eat on camera. I just kind of go. But for some reason, it's like it's the same thing of like, I used to work at a gas station, and anytime if it was like, you had like nothing to do and nothing was going on, then you would also see nobody. And the second all of a sudden it's like, oh, I got a call from like the manager. He wants me to take care of this thing before the end of my shift. Now it's going to be busy until the end of the shift. And people just like all of a sudden start to show up, and there's no time. It's the universe, man. The universe. It's conspiring. Anyway, what's up, Raiders? Sorry to disappoint you with exclusively a chair as opposed to a physical human being. My name is Shrimp Tom. I make a video. Thank you so much for the raid, Voodoo. Hopefully your stream was good. So my as a selling point to convince you that, hey, maybe this stream isn't all horrible, playing a rogue fighter, a constitution based rogue fighter, vanguard, assassin, instant killer. And you might think, wow, that sounds dumb and bad, and you'd be right. So that's currently what we're doing today. That's kind of what I've got going on. It's constitution based because we're using the Ascendant Bite, which uses Constitution as one of its stats to get instant kills on cowering targets, which you can use with Fearsome Countenance to make targets cower, which does not break stealth, and neither does the Bite, which makes sense. Vampires gotta stealthily bite people. And then you have Assassinate, which also lets you instant kill. And with these things combined, it gives me 3 instant kills. So I can kind of like snake my way around parties and kill people, and you know, it's a good time. It's a good time. So that's currently what I've been doing today, is just sneaking around, instant killing people. Is this character good? I mean, it is playable. It is this character. So it's been, you know, it's all right. It's not bad. I'm allowed to play it. And I'll show you the power, because one of the things about instant kills is you don't care about how much health your enemy has. So even though this group is doing the missing chain... Hi, Grandpa. Grandpa. So it's always when he's AFK. It's literally always when I'm AFK. I don't know which quest we're doing. Is it this one? It's this one. Okay, they're on quest 2. I don't have to do any of these, right? I'm pretty sure you don't have to be flagged. Anyways, I can just sneak around, and then there's like guys, and even though they have 1700 life, guess what? They die anyway. And then there's another guy here. Again, Threatening Countenance can use from stealth, and then you can use the Bite from stealth. So I can just keep getting instant kills. It's sweet! Thoughts on the new Duergar race? So now that the second round of Lemania has been through, number one, I have never been a big dwarf player. I like playing dwarf in Lord of the Rings Online because I like dwarves, both their mannerisms and also the visuals and cosmetics of dwarves and their theming and place in the world in Lord of the Rings. But in DDO, I've never been that much of a dwarf player. Some people are big on dwarf, not so much me. So I initially was not very excited about Duergar. I didn't think too much of it. However, having the chance to actually play around with Duergar, I think Duergar is quite cool. I think it gives a lot of unique ways to interact with the game. I like these simple weapon things. You can actually use throwing axes and throwing hammers. So I'm excited about the idea of playing a throw barb in the future, not because it's good, but because it's cool. I really love the cosmetics. They got that like Viking vibe where they've got these like thick, all these sick hairstyles, the shaved heads and the tattoos. It makes me feel like I'm playing God of War all of a sudden, which I think is really cool. So I really like that. I think that's awesome. And yeah, especially a lot of the jewelry. If you haven't, this is going to be me talking about Lord of the Rings Online, but in Lord of the Rings Online, there's like a type of dwarf called the Temimir dwarves. And they like literally are always wearing like thick jewelry all over their body and face. They look very regal. I'm a big fan. So I think they look fantastic. I love the visual design and of the actual dwarves for the Duergar. That's good. And yes, I will stand up. Ascend. Oh, that wasn't good. I heard a snapping sound. Well, hopefully that doesn't cause more problems, but we'll see. But yeah, overall, big fan of the visual of the Duergar. As far as the actual tree, I think Duergar are going to be fine. I don't think that they're going to supplant any of the popular races. They're not Eladrin. They're not Tieflings. They're not Dragonborns. They're not Shifters. They're not pretty much any of the base races. They're just not going to be supplanting anything. I think they're good, but I don't think they're the best at pretty much anything. And I think other than the offensive and defensive bonuses of Enlarge and Reduce being interesting, that's pretty much I think as far as they get. What I mean by that is I like the fact that with Enlarge and Reduce, your character is able to use both simultaneously. I really like the fact that you can use both Enlarge and Reduce on the same character. You don't have to focus on Enlarge or focus on Reduce. Instead, you get both of the buffs, and you can just flip between your stances, whichever one you want at any given moment. So the fact that, like, let's say I like the Enlarge bonuses, but then I start taking too much damage, maybe I'm playing in a higher Reaper mode and I want to be more defensive, you can just hit Reduce and get +6 max dodge. And that's kind of cool if you've invested into it. So I really like that. I also think the bonuses are quite good for both of them. And I also like, what do you call it? The Mind Cleaver, insofar as they have the effect where it's like when you enchant your weapon, you can cause enemies to become shaken, because getting free access to Shaken is nice. There's a lot of secondary effects that you can use from Shaken. I didn't experiment on it. I didn't do a test to see if when you hit an enemy and apply Shaken, does the Shaken effect apply before like a secondary effect? So for example, if you hit an enemy and then apply Shaken to them, sorry, this one might be bothering me. Anyway. If you hit an enemy and you apply Shaken to them, does that apply before a rider effect. So let's say you use Sunder. The Sunder an enemy, you have to hit with Sunder, and then you have to have your Sunder, then they take the damage, and then they make their saving throw against the Sunder effect. Does the hit happen, then they get shaken, then the Sunder goes through, effectively giving you like +2 on all your DCs of all your melee attacks. If that's the case, that's also quite interesting, but I haven't tested enough. And you'll use the official label as Unk status. Oh, absolutely. I get called Unk all the time. I get called Unk by people older than me. I can't wait until my girlfriend has some nephews, and I'm gonna get. I'm not gonna be called Unk by them because they're gonna be they're too young right now, so they're gonna have a new term. But I cannot wait to get called old in some way I don't even understand by some kids very shortly. Also, Balanian, welcome back to the stream team. Appreciate the support. Hope you're having a fantastic day. 2 months is a long time to be subscribed, and I hope you're doing very well. But yeah, so overall, I think Dwergar is cool. I'm looking forward to seeing Dwergar. Oh, and then also Mind Cleaver. Some people don't like the fact that the Iconic is a fighter. I just don't care. I think fighter makes sense thematically, and I'm going to use it. So I don't really mind. I'm not somebody who is like, but they must do one of each before we get a new thing. I just don't care. I don't care if they double down and give us an Iconic. I don't care, or like the fighter, even though we already have Purple Dragon Knight, it doesn't matter to me. I think it's cool regardless, and I'm going to be playing through it. I also love the summoned weapons, because I think about things in terms of like the low power, and hardcore is one of those areas. So if you play hardcore, or the hardcore-like servers, the summoned weapons are going to be really, really powerful. I think that if we ever get another proper hardcore again, the Dwergar Mind Cleaver is pretty much like a shoo-in for being a very, very powerful character with the summoned weapon, because it scales off of your character level, and it can use strength, which means you can play a barbarian, a fighter, a paladin, and have a weapon that will scale with you without having to get a secondary stat, which is really impactful for easy leveling purposes. So again, I really like that. I think that's quite cool. Is it going to be good for endgame? No. But hypothetically, if the raid is any similar thing, we got Feydark Illusionist, which gave us the summoned short swords. Those summoned short swords came to us in the Feywild expansion in the pre-order, or the not pre-order but pre-release. It's not really pre-order because you didn't get any bonuses, but like if you bought it, you got Feydark Illusionist, right? Well, then out of the actual raid, Dryad the Demigod, we got Esper the Shadowblade, a raid version of the Shadowblade, which is cool in my opinion. I think it's very cool, and I am very much looking forward to possibly seeing a Mind Cleaver weapon show up in the new raid whenever we get it. And if we don't get a Mind Cleaver weapon showing up in the new raid, then everything I said is wrong, and you can't ever trust anything I say ever again. But you know, that's all. Stop, please. I can't catch you. You're too fast. Here we go. Eidolon Paladin build? Oh yeah, I haven't done that in a little while. I really should play another Eidolon of Shadow build now that force damage is just a usable damage type. And Eidolon of Shadow has Ooze built in. I really could do a new Eidolon build. Eidolon is not a bad weapon anymore.
This downspout has no
Which is actually a wild statement to think that Eidolon is a perfectly fine in-game weapon. It suffers from the problem of being a two-handed weapon, with two-handed weapons currently being worse than every other weapon type in the entire game. That's a problem. And also, it scales off of magic resistance rating, which doesn't scale as hard as physical resistance rating reductions, because Ash is not as good as Dust, and that's a problem. But it is cool. Yeah, you can use it well centered if you want. Although because Dragon Disciple, if Dragon Disciple was actually charisma based, I think it would be cool. But Dragon Disciple's not charisma based, and you wouldn't want to play like a Sacred Fist and do kind of like the monk thing, because then you don't have the trance and you multi-classed. I guess you could do like Sacred Fist plus something, but the value of Sacred Flame Empowerment is pretty heavily tied into like rapid hits, dual wielding. It's not as good with a two-handed weapon.
The Horror Nihilden is destroyed, and the Mind Flayer mastermind who
I'm not saying
commanded
like
them both
it's
has been
impossible,
revealed.
but it could be doable. You also need to have a favored weapon for a lot of stuff to work. So a lot of your abilities wouldn't work until epics when you can take favored weapon. Or you play as a Blade Forged. It is a paladin, and all you would need is Lesser Heart of Wood. I am thinking it's not good.
I am your host, Yelthun. The great. Never mind that you arrived uninvited. It's no bother.
Got a Mithril box of my Remy Rush today. Nice. Yeah, just remember you have to make sure you use those before the year is up because they expire. I was told explicitly, fight when I stop, so I'm not fighting. I am slowly assassinating things, but that's not fighting. Attack speed so slow. Must get crit multi. But yes, I am actually thinking about the fact that you could do a Blade Forged Eidolon of Shadow. Sacred Fist. Because it would be like, what would you do? You do Sacred Fist for the majority of it, and then like one Favorite Soul, one Monk, probably, because the capstone's kind of whatever. But then you lose out on a lot of charisma. You lose a lot of charisma. I don't know. And the capstone for I don't have it, but for Knight of the Chalice is also quite good.
You will find former Stormreach denizens going about their daily activities.
Oh, don't unk me. This is me. Obviously, it's 5 Dragon Lord, 1 Monk. 14 Sacred Fist, 5 Dragon Lord, 1 Monk. I mean, that would give me access to Holy Sword. And it would also give me access to the Dragon Lord tree, and Dragon Lord is actually good. And it would give me access to the Trance, which is actually good. Now, the real question is, do you go 1 Monk for the stance? Or do you go 15 Paladin or 15 Sacred Fist to get Zeal for 10 Double Strike? Fight. Yeah, it depends on where the gear shakes out. 15 Sacred Fist or 14 Sacred Fist. Dragon Lord. I forgot about Dragon Lord being a thing. Oh, what did I do? But would you even want to be Blade Forged at that point? Splash Monk for the stances to make gearing easier and less RNG on raid items. Yeah, it probably is a good idea to use Monk because the stances are good. Fire and Ocean Stance, yeah. Ocean Stance is so good defensively and Fire Stance is so good offensively. Although you do have to make sure you have the feet. You do need the feats. The feats is a big one. I just don't know if you would actually want to go Blade Forged or not. You either have to go Blade Forged or you have to use yeah, you have to go Blade Forged or you have to use Divine Crusader. Maybe it is for Henshin. Yeah, it is pretty good. Thinking. And the +2 multi is kind of important. Or his soul. Yeah, the problem is the character wouldn't have any secondary damage type. Because you'd want to use Eidolon of Shadow. So you're doing pretty much a pure force damage. And there's no, force version of Porous Soul. When is the Unk Monk build coming? I don't know. Unk Monk? That's the one where your knees hurt. You can't remember shit. Acid dot plus imbue. What acid dot? Where acid dot come from? Oh, you're saying like acid dot from the autumn ring, the autumn equinox.
Your simple mind does comprehend what to do with that.
Thinking about it.
Crest goes in the socket.
Yeah, I guess pretty much every single melee character does have to use autumn equinox. That's not a horrible idea. You do get Porous Soul. You don't have an acid imbue because you just use the Sacred Fist imbue, which would be light damage. Oh wait, no, the Dragonlord imbue scales 200%, doesn't it? And you would take the Sundering, so you'd be able to sunder your way through. Although, does it scale off of Charisma? No, because you have to, oh, you don't need to actually successfully sunder, so you can just land it anyway. Okay. All right, I'm being convinced. Regrettably.
Oh, I can hardly wait. You'll be the first critic to see my special show before I present it to the Lord of Eyes.
And you do need the +2 multi on a greatsword. Like, if you're going to run a greatsword, +2 multi is excellent, and the +1 threat range. It's not bad. Because that is one of the follies of Eidolon of Shadow, is it is a great sword. It's a sword that is great. Okay, so then what does Sacred Fist do in this case? We don't use the Sacred Fist imbue. You don't really use the tree. I guess you get Sacred Flame Empowerment, which is good. I guess you use Sacred Flame Empowerment. I think that's pretty much it.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah, but yeah, you could just do that with regular Paladin. That's the other thing. Grab Exalted Smite. You don't need Charisma hit and damage. The sword is Charisma hit and damage. Eidolon of Shadow is a Charisma weapon because it's a Shadow Blade. I'm trying to figure out why we would go Sacred Fist versus regular Paladin. Because would I rather having Knight of the Chalice as a tree to have access to versus the Sacred Fist tree? And the Sacred Fist tree is by and large strictly worse. Charisma to hit and damage while leveling. It is easier charisma to hit and damage while leveling, that's true. Well, Sacred Flame Empowerment is 3 imbue dice, and also it's the double hitting or whatever, where like on crit you get a d20 per imbue dice that scales with melee power, which is not nothing when the crit is on a 14. Oh my god, I missed. There's some cookery happening here. We're in the kitchen right now. So it's basically just Sacred Flame Empowerment. Something's gonna spawn here. Just wait. Just give us. Oh! Got him. And whoop! Threatening Countenance, instant kill. I'm doing my job. Two things spawning here. Instant kill. Holy moly.
Such harsh
15 Pally, but Sacred Fist would go one monk. I guess it depends on if you want monk stances or not. Yeah, the monk stances are cool. It depends if you have the feats to actually go through all of it. Also, whether you do Blade Forged or not. Are you going to use Divine Crusader? That's a good question. What's the main tree? I haven't played Melee in a long time. What are Melees using as their main tree? Divine Crusader for the imbue thing? Or the extra flat flaw damage that scales off melee power? I have no idea. LD? Yeah, that makes sense. LD gives Legendary Rally plus Action Hero plus Infinite Action Boost, which is nice, so you can have more Action Boost haste. And then presumably what do you call it? The thing doesn't strike through yet, right?
The Mind Flayer has
Sword
brought
Sting
you
still
to a
doesn't strike
battleground
through.
of his choosing, and you sense a powerful shield surrounding him. A direct assault will likely
Yeah, Legendary
prove
Rally
fruitless,
is cheat.
so you must find another way.
Welcome to my mind.
I do like Legendary Rally.
By other guests who I have chosen to merge with my superior intellect. Please, do try to resist me.
These are all interesting ideas.
I can see that you require a more direct approach.
I mean, I guess I could fit in Divine Crusader, and if I do Divine Crusader, then I wouldn't need to be a Blade Forged. It just means I wouldn't be able to use great swords until epics. It's not that much of an investment. Eidolon of Shadow doesn't, because it's technically a Shadow Blade.
Of joy as the soul trapped within the pod is freed.
Eidolon of Shadow is special.
Mind Flayer's psychic armor buckled.
Oh, I wouldn't be able to use great swords while leveling anyway, because I wouldn't be centered with them. So I would have to, no matter what, I would have to just use like a quarterstaff or something for the leveling process. Or probably hand wraps. Ooh, leveling is going to be really painful, isn't it? No matter what.
That actually hurts. Never mind though. I can spare some pods.
Because I want to be a two-handed fighter, and I can't use any two-handed weapons. Don't be centered while leveling and use Sword of Shadow. No, but it's no. You can't not be centered while leveling and use Sword of Shadow.
I hold sway here. I will not allow you to harm me.
You think I'm going to deal with my key bar being at the bottom and that little icon telling me that every single time being like, you're actually uncentered, chump? Oh. You got to be centered the whole time. There's no solution to this problem. No, Blade Forge doesn't solve it because it doesn't keep me centered while using great swords.
Do you feel no remorse for destroying my life's work? How uncivilized.
It gives me the religion, but not centering. So the answer is I don't need to be a Blade Forge, so I can just use a charisma-based character, and I can be whatever charisma character I want. I mean, I could be a Dragonborn. Dragonborn are sick. Gives me the extra strength.
With his mind broken, Yolthun lies
I have to pick a race. Also, I have to decide whether I want to do that on my racial completionist or not.
to the natives of Zoriat.
No, I'd probably do that on the Paladin. I'd probably rework the Paladin into a new Paladin. Duergar? It's not a charisma race, but I like what you're saying. Half-orc, not a charisma race, but I really like where you're going with that one. I think it's a very cool concept. The Mind Fury Symbiont. I haven't done this quest in so long. Do you guys remember when this was useful? No one plays Blade Forged? People play Blade Forged. It's not as popular, but it's still popular. FAP for Fallen Azamar. If I do my racial completionist, I could. Azamar also only gets +1 charisma. I guess you get it in the cores. It's not too terrible. But yeah, it is kind of expensive. They're doing Laud Chain. I'll do some of Laud Chain, sure. I'm only level 15, but that's fine. Like, it's hard. Pretty wings. Yeah.
Inquisitor Noman waits for
Lords of
you near the
Stone?
entrance.
Dude, I would do Lord of Stone
An
all day.
irritated scowl on his face.
Great question. You guys have given me a lot to think about here. How did I miss everybody? Don't answer that. I'm worried it's because player bad. Wait, what the heck? Also, shield using Arcane Trickster? I'm not the only one. Let's go. Or Rogue? Arcane Trickster, regular Rogue with level of Fighter. It's, hey, in-game it's not called Web of Chaos, so it doesn't count. Look, if I go into the LFM, I can't. But if you go in there and you look up Web of Chaos, it doesn't come up. It's only under Harbor. I wish it came up under Web of Chaos. Okay. Melee, huh?
In the center of this room stands a blood-stained altar.
I don't know why I would do
What
this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. It's not for XP, and somebody's actually doing the quest. I'm mostly just thinking. This is the problem with talking about builds, is then I get excited and I want to play said builds, and Every time I want a TR, it takes a bunch of time. Also, the fact that I still haven't made my video about the Vanguard Paladin yet, which I probably could just do sooner rather than later. Being on Senator level, any other option? I mean, not be a Sacred Fist. Oh, I'm okay with leveling with something horrible and making it feel horrible. There's no summonable two-handed weapon, unfortunately.
As if it had been moved frequently.
Where's my low-level Mirana of Flames? You know, this wouldn't be the case if SSG would finally give us heroic raids, you guys. But instead, they only give us legendary versions of the raids, which means all the items are legendary only. But imagine if I could get a level 5 Eidolon of Shadow from the level 5 raid, Dryden the Demigod
The
heroic.
novice who accompanied Noman lies on the ground in the hallway ahead.
This build is getting stifled because of SSG putting us down.
As the path leads down,
Not giving us the
begins to
support
look
we
more
need.
like a dark and sinister temple, and less like an empty
But it's all the new on
warehouse.
heroic? Yeah.
A dank chill pervades the lower level.
Obviously, I'm joking.
Clink and creak
Or am
of
I?
hardened steel echoes from the
Yes.
corridor ahead.
A
A woman's voice drifts up from somewhere below.
I really like this idea. I think it's cool.
And the Inquisitor himself
I have to pick the right race.
replies,
I think it's going to tie it all together. I need the theming to be there.
The Silver Flame has caused enough
We
trouble.
need the
Soon
theming
nothing
to
I
be
can
there.
say will throw them off the scent. No, you will stay here and see that no one gets by.
What's giving me
I will
charisma?
go below and assist
Eladrin
our guests.
Chaosmancer, Dragonborn, Drow Elf, Tiefling Scoundrel, Dampier Dark Bargainer, and regular Eladrin. You know, regular Eladrin's kind of neat. Although I do currently like having both of my characters, both of my endgame rating characters being and R10 characters being Dampier Dark Bargainers. I do like that because my Warlock is a Dark Bargainer and my Paladin is a Dark Bargainer. I don't have all the dashes. I don't have any of the past lives, so I wouldn't be able to like get all the dashes that people have for the extra sneak attack damage. So I wouldn't be playing in Spring. Wait, is Spring Charisma or is Spring Dex? Hold on. Eladrin. Oh, fucking Spring is Charisma too. Oh, isn't that the sneak attack one? Oh, no, that's dodge. It's Autumn that's sneak attack. No sneak attack, though?
Inquisitor Noman stands next to
The
a
dodge would be nice, for sure.
confident-looking drow. They seem to be finishing some elaborate
I'm great, Grab
and
Blonde. I'm
unholy
doing pretty good.
ritual.
Double strike, double shot, and vigor, technically. It is double strike, which is good. Can you take charisma as a core in the Eladrin tree? Oh my god, you can.
What?
And got accuracy. I love hit chance.
Surprised I am not who you thought I was. I
good.
should have killed you at the start.
Every line of text I'm
This
reading is
is
just
nothing,
delightful.
my friend, a nuisance. The ritual is underway, and
You're
the
going to
Silver
legendary
Flame is
or
powerless
TR20?
to stop
Oh, this
it.
character's going
So
all the way to
pray,
30 whatever.
Shall we continue?
I could TR20, but I kind of want to play it all the way. Because you get a lot of the cool Vanguard stuff in Legendary, like all of the shield mechanics.
Now, give yourselves, my
Oh, fun.
children. Give
That's
to
an
the
old one.
glory of our cause. Stand aside. Let my minions kill this filth.
Dude, I'm such an old guy. It still blows my mind. Literally every single party I join, there is somebody who is like, oh, dude, I'm playing your build. It's very cool. It's extremely flattering. But I'm always like surprised. I'm always like, oh, damn, that's crazy. My build? Like in the Giant Build group, there were two people who were like, oh my god, we're both playing your builds. And they were telling me about it. And I was typing the thing. And this guy says he's playing my build. It's cool. It's so neat. Oh. Makes me feel good. I am contributing something to the universe in a meaningful way. Pulled gibbers on my first lifer in 3 runs. Holy. What was the strategy to improve your luck? Repairing mirrors. Not doing your ladders, or doing your ladder safety training to know never to walk under a ladder. Eating ground up horseshoes and sprinkling it, or grinding up horseshoes and sprinkling the shavings over top of your breakfast cereal every day. 5 alts. Was a hardcore character?
You have entered the nether realm of Kyber, a magical barrier built by the Silver.
All of my characters have
on the path ahead.
Jibs, I think, for the most part. That's just a consequence of playing the game a lot. Cool. So nice to have in the stable. Yeah, having a buff bard kicking around. I'm really happy with the way that the more modern, updated buff bard that I put together, which is the Acolyte of the Skin bard favorite soul. The only downside to it that I didn't fix is it's not as tanky as I would like, and in future, if I ever go back to it, I would try to make it a more robust character, because you just end up having a slightly lower health total, but outside of that, it's quite good. Patience Prime Gears, this is perfect. Yeah, like I said, I try to make stuff that is like not super designed for like the Giga endgame for the most part, other than the few characters that I do end up enjoy playing and doing stuff with. But I also don't make stuff that's designed for like solo play, where like, oh, this will work, you know, this will let you solo our whatever, like whatever content. I make builds that are designed to work in a group and to be kind of supportive towards other players. Like even my Paladin Vanguard build, I should post the video for it because the character's done and everything's geared up. But it's a strong character. It's a melee. It does stuff, but I take a lot of tools to be able to assist others. I've got like Renew, just not for myself, but for other people. I have a lot of stuns to be able to get stuff off of people. I take the passive stuns, that way I can, again, if I don't have aggro and stuff, rip pressure off of people. I get the lay on hands juicing again for other people. I can't help it. It's the support player in me requires having tools for helping others.
Flickering torchlight illuminates a curiously well-worn path.
Instant kill. Instant kill. I missed! Damn it, I'm still rolling ones. It's okay. Sometimes you roll ones. It is what it is. The only downside to like Assassinate is it has a DC, but you have to hit. If you roll a 1, you get nothing. Hey, what's up, buddy? But you get eaten. Attack. Roll a 1. There's an ability that used to be in Shadow Dancer, which for 20 seconds, your 1s would still count. Oh my god. It's so cool. I missed that ability. In, Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, one of the mythic abilities you can get is called Always a Chance, and it makes it so that 1s are not automatic misses. And I always take it because I get so tilted when I miss something important due to a 1. I find this so frustrating. It's like, go, big stun, epic power strike. 1. There's like so many clips of also me being like, guys, check out this cool thing. I use ability and it's a 1 and then I miss. There's so many clips. There's, in the Discord, there's stream clips for Member Berries, which is the channel where people just post their favorite clips of me that they have in the vault. Because I was like, oh, I haven't been streaming for a little bit, so remind me of my life and the things that I've done. And there's so many clips from like, guys, check this out, and then I roll one. I should never play XCOM. No, games where it's like you miss a 97 or 99% chance, I don't mind as much, but it's the like, there's something about it in the D&D sense where it's like, it just seems to only happen on like the key abilities and never on like random hits. Oh, yeah. Hardcore, Season 4. I rolled the one against the Beholder on the first run through, and I ate it, and I died. Level 14 in Giant Hold. Oh my god, that was so depressing.
Deeper into the heart of Kyber.
I was not ready for that. No. Those Hellhounds will die eventually. Oh! First attack just being alone. Oh god. Also, these things are kicking my ass. Oh my god. Champs, dude. Eat. And they're also just continually respawning even though they're still here. I didn't know they did that. I don't have any AoE yet. The other issue too is like when this character gets to a higher level, I can solve most of this character's problems, specifically the AoE issue, by just taking Quick Cutter. I might reroll it at 20. We'll see. You know what? I'm uncommitted. I'm uncommitted. The other issue too is I can't get too many Epic Pass lives because I only have a few left. And once I run out, I can't Epic Reincarnate anymore, and I don't want to run out of Epic Reincarnations. Opru, Forbidden Temple, have a statue outside with feet. Oh, because, feet? Link for Shrim. Oh good, what is this? Ah, thank you, thank you. This is exactly what I was talking about. So, here's me. Look, there's me. I'm so much younger in this. Look at the hair, dude. Oh my god, so much younger. Here's a Shrim clip. It's a classic.
So here's my attack damage. Check this out. I'm gonna be back in just a sec. Hold on. I gotta hit the washroom.
See, look
this out. My attack damage. Check this out.
1. Every time, dude. Also, fun fact: Eidolon of Shadow Paladin.
I'm gonna be back in just a sec. Hold on.
That wasn't a sign.
I gotta hit the
Also,
washroom.
I used
I'll be
yellow
right back.
text for chat? That's crazy to me. I didn't know I did that. Also, chat was so much bigger. Chat's a little smaller now. I could probably stand to increase the font size of chat. I just haven't. It's more visible. But I have the chat being kind of small. Feed me Strim Tom. Okay. Also, I did not die to a P Reaper. I have teammates, you guys. My teammates were helping me out. They were doing their best to give me a solid assistance, you know? What's up, King Super Smax? How you doing? How was your day going? Man, you guys said Paladin. Now my brain is like, you know what would be cool? Actually doing this, like, Paladin build. That'd be kind of sick. I'm, like, thinking about it. And then I don't have to go past level 20. I can just, like, turn into that new build. Oh, man, and I can play an Eladrin? Oh, that'd be so cool. Talking about Sacred Fist? Yeah, the idea is to play a Sacred Fist using Eidolon. I don't have an Eidolon of Shadow.
Ahead, a Rakshasa and a company of Drow are arguing over a pile
I don't have an
of
Eidolon of Shadow. That is like a problem. Other issue too is I would get the gear to then reincarnate relatively quickly because I wouldn't be keeping that character at cap. We'll see. We'll see. I like the idea, but now that I think about it, because you have to get the item equipable at level 29, it means that I have to wait quite a bit before I can even play the build to its fullest potential, and then I'd have to fully gear it. And do I want to fully gear it?
Strange glowing spiders are locked in battle.
That's the problem I always have with the gearing process. It's like, you know, I can level a character all the way up to level cap in 3 days, but if I want to gear a character, it takes like a month and a half, which is a separate problem.
The spinner of shadow struggles against her
So you can't really
weakening
test or
bonds.
experiment with the
While
endgame that
below
much.
her, the spiders consume the last of the flames, and you find yourself.
I'll check how many runes I have. If I have enough runes I can buy an
Shadows
Eidolon
has
of Shadow, I
broken
will,
free.
but I don't think I have that many.
At last I am free from that disgusting flame. You have finally done my biddings, vassals. I see that
I might
you
just
have
TR
brought me
anyway.
the dragon
Yeah, we'll see.
shards that she
Still better
needs.
than the 3-month build.
Though I
He's still better
also
than the
see that
3-month
you
build, that's
allow
true.
some pests
3-month
to
build is
follow you
relatively slow.
inside.
The demon overlord
There's a process.
glares down at you with contempt.
The stink of Eberron is on you mortals.
The stink of
I will
Eberron
turn
is
my
on you
attention to your
mortals.
world in due time. But for now, it pleases me to let you live. Someone must witness my return and survive.
My phone is charged.
Destroy these intruders, my lady.
One of
Oh,
the
there's a software
Rakshas's
update. I guess I'll do it
growls.
now.
We will
Alright.
report your glorious release to the world. Now let us leave this place. You must help us release the other demon overlords. I will do no such thing. Now that I am free,
I really want to do the Eidolon of Shadow build. I just don't really want to rip apart the Paladin yet. I'm not ready to destroy it.
Lords of dust. Not when she awaits
See.
me. Now be gone.
This is my favorite
burst of
Draconic
blue
build.
flame
Oh,
suddenly
like
erupts
Draconic
in front of the
Incarnation.
demon. The spinner of
Um,
shadow screams and scuttles back
honestly,
into the darkness. You feel
Since
her
Draconic is like the
grasp on
ruin
your
tree,
skin
I kind of don't like it
as
as
the
much. I
silver
like the
flame
elemental
guardian
affinity
speaks.
concept, but like ever since SSG took all the teeth out of Dragon Breath, so it doesn't really feel good to press. And the whole thing kind of being based around ruin. I don't love Draconic the way I used to. You know, you want it to be like the overwhelming power tree, and I feel like it only like kind of reaches that point. So I don't love Draconic Incarnation. We also, I like Dragon Disciple Monk. I think Dragon Disciple Monk is super duper fun. I love the casting element of it. I like the ability to scale off of breath weapon DCs and evocation, which makes it easier to scale up into the higher levels so you can land on stuff. I like the way the abilities function, so the DCs are actually high enough because you can play Pure Wisdom. So Dragon Disciple Monk with kind of like the hybrid melee spellcasting things is definitely one of my favorite ways to play the game right now. I think Dragon Disciple Monk is an incredibly fun character to play. So I'd probably put that as my favorite Draconic type build. Outside of that, I like Dragonborn. I do end up playing a lot of Dragonborns. A character I want to try is Arcane Trickster Dragonborn, which is two-handed fighting Arcane Trickster with Quarterstaff, but basically you dump dex and you go all strength and you go strength int. That way you can disable every trap. You've got two-handed fighting, you have good damage. You go Arcane Trickster, so you have access to healing and crowd control based off of your disabled device, which is high enough to kind of land on whatever. Threatening countenance on this guy. Whoosh. Goodbye, Reaper. Have to unlock
Once
my phone
more,
so it
the
can finish
demon's
loading.
voice echoes from the shadows above.
Demons of Kyber, hear my call.
Protect my children. I just find it funny the way it says that. Oh no, my phone wants to talk to me now. Why is my phone trying to talk to me? Hold on. Welcome. Advanced AI. No. I'm getting you out of my phone. I mean, it's already in the phone, but I just don't want this to talk to me. Call assist, blah, 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 blah. I don't want that. Is this mandatory? Did the software update basically enable all the AI features? Oh no, I gotta turn it off. Oh, fuck. Oh, great. Now my phone is gonna use 80% of its processing power to give me incorrect information about basic subjects. What's the price of tomatoes at the store? You can't buy tomatoes at the store because they're not native to Canada. Thanks, AI. Anyway, I'm gonna have to look that up after stream and find a way to disable all those features. Disable all those features.
A feeling of dread overwhelms you
The most not the most egregious, but one of the most egregious things is these like commercials where they're touting where they're like, yeah, you can have like AI summarize messages for you. So that way, when your friends message you, they can give you a quick summary. And I'm like, the only thing I don't want AI to do is to get in between me and my friends and prevent me from reading my friend's information. Imagine that a friend sends you a message and then you look at your phone and instead of reading the message, you read the AI summary and the AI misses something that was in the message that seemed important. And then instead of replying, you think, oh, I'll get back to it later. Or you don't even fully read it. You don't actually read what your friend wrote to you. And then something terrible happens. A horrid car accident. You don't get to talk to your friend ever again. And the last interaction you have with them, you didn't because you let a machine get in the way. It's so disgusting. Summarizing messages from friends and family is like one of the most egregious things that they were advertising as a feature.
The Spinner of
Literally a
Shadows
feature.
decides to change tactics.
Arise, my spiders! Destroy the Guardian!
Unbelievable.
Without it, the mortals are lost.
Hey, do you want to disconnect from your friends and family so that way you don't actually physically talk to them? You want to no longer engage with the entire human race and, you know, relegate communication to, or like, you know, because you don't think it's important enough to read the messages from your friends and family? Complete madness, dude. Overview. A physical paper airplane cannot be thrown from the United States to Canada. The shortest distance between Casa Grande, Arizona, and the Canadian border is roughly 1,400 miles, while the official world record for the farthest paper airplane flight is 322 feet. I mean, to be fair, you can't throw a paper airplane from the USA into Canada because the border is too long. Exactly. You can probably throw it like across the border, but you have to cross the whole thing. You gotta go lengthwise. Also, I like that it's like, yeah, from Arizona. My physical location. Why is this a 3-year-old clip almost to the day that's titled, "What do you mean by you people?" Oh shit. All right, well, let's take a look.
The swarm of spiders subsides.
What's this?
And the
Failed to
Guardian
determine
is once
content
again
classification?
safe.
Oh god.
Time
Actually,
for
you know
him
what?
to finish
But this is not the
rewriting
problem.
the wards.
And I'm actually, you know what? This is not the problem. You fucking
Demon
people are the
chuckles in
problem.
the shadows.
An amusing game,
There you go.
mortals.
Rude.
You are out of time.
It's from the US, not Arizona.
Your allies
Yeah, but it assumed you
dwindle.
want to know about Arizona because you
We
live there.
end it now.
Honestly, true. I don't disagree with myself at all. Then I don't have to accept blame. I love not accepting blame. I love shirking responsibility. It's my favorite thing to do. But yeah. I just really hate that. Yeah, I don't want to have the AI conversation again. It's very tiring and boring. Not boring. It's, I'm just gonna say the same thing again. I don't need to say the same thing again. Me caveman. Me no like change. Not really. Oh, I just hate that I have to be convinced that some miracle technology is actually really good. Like, shouldn't I already know that? Hmm. Eat them. Eat them. Probably light some of these, huh? Let's see what we got. Light some things. Torch 1. Hell yeah. Torch 2. Hell yeah. Do I have enough for 3? I don't think so. Yeah, I do.
The
Hell
last
yeah.
ward
It's done.
ignites, and brilliant light fills the cavern.
I didn't realize I
The
had something.
Spinner of Shadows shouts.
Perfect.
But
Finish
it
the
is a
quest.
shout of triumph, not
well.
defeat. Once again, you are held in an
Alright.
irresistible
Let's
web
see
of
what we got
force.
here. No, no, no. Okay, I'll have to fix that. Probably in settings.
She's here. I called to her across the worlds, and
Galaxy
now she
AI.
is here. Your
How do I turn this off?
Tremble, mortals. Tremble before Lolth.
Call assist. Get real-time translations during voice calls or let a call assistant answer calls for you. Oh, people are gonna love that. Somebody calls you because they want to talk to you, like, again, a friend or family member, and you hit them with the call assistant, so you have to talk to the robot. You know, people love talking to the robot when they call big companies. You know, that's my favorite part. Whenever I have to call, like, you know, I gotta ask a question to like my internet service provider, and I have to be on the phone with the robot for like 15 minutes, 30 minutes before they let me get to a human. Can't wait to do that to my friends and family with the power of AI. Sick, dude. That's awesome.
The demon web will soon swallow
I had no idea they
Send
had
them
such
along with
incredible
it.
features.
Now, bring me the dragon shards. There is much to do.
Oh, there's photo assist? Reimagine images with AI? Yo, that's so sick. I can't wait for AI to clean up all my pictures and make me look less ugly. That's sick. Without asking me.
Find
I
yourself
love that.
outside the prison,
Hell
standing
yeah,
before the
dude.
Silver Flame Guardian.
I'm glad to be back, Sheerhead. Happy to be here. No problems. You actually seem to understand what my problem is, even the problem should be extremely common in the industry. Yep. Oop. I'm gonna give you guys the flavor blast your ears right there. So make sure I don't do that. Where am I spending my points with this character? What was I even doing? I'm like struggling to remember what the hell I was doing here. This, I want Horizon Walker Trance probably. No Misstep is probably where we're going. Not doing Into the Rift quest? No, I'm not doing Into the Rift, unfortunately. What's this? No, what's this? Plus 3 max X bonus. You know, I'll take it. All right. No, unfortunately for me, as is the title, short stream means short stream. I actually have to take off for the rest of the day. So yeah, I apologize for the wacky timings of my streams this week. Again, I apologize. I had some. I managed to get last week. I got a sudden appointment with a doctor I was not expecting, and then that led to a lot of follow-ups and other things that I got to do this week. So it was all very rapid. So it kind of disrupted my schedule. Made things a little bit more last minute, but that's kind of what happens. But I appreciate everybody for watching, so hope you had a good time. Next week we'll have a more regular schedule, and hopefully things will be good. Also, it's like a gajillion degrees outside, so I don't know where you live, but don't forget to drink water and stay healthy and be good. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got for today. So thank everybody for watching. Thanks everybody, not thank everybody, like I am the robot. Yeah, hope you guys are all doing good. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. And yeah, I will see you all soon. We're gonna hit the old wee end stream button. Yeah, the campaign's gonna be a good time. I'm looking forward to that. I think it's gonna be an absolute blast. Now who else can I raid? I gotta pass the raid on. Okay, I'm gonna pass the raid down. We're gonna raid Brack Art because he's streaming, and I don't usually get to raid him because I usually stream later, but today we're doing it. So isn't that neato? Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you had a fantastic time. And again, I'm excited. There's some more D&D stuff, or not D&D, DDO stuff I want to talk about. So we're eating good right now. This is what I got to say. We're eating good. I think the new content coming out is sick, and I still can't get enough of Arcane Trickster. I got to play more builds. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Also, bye-bye everybody on YouTube as well. So hopefully everything is going well. Hopefully you guys are doing good. Twitch stream is over, so yeah. Anyway, take care everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care of yourself. And yep, that's all I got. Okay, bye-bye. You at least had a really great day. I did have a really great day. Yes. Unfortunately, plans changed. Again, things happen, but you know. Yep.